What's going on, Mike Sports Vibes? How is everybody doing on this wonderful, wonderful Monday morning? Salute to everybody. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch this video. I just hope you're having a good day. Now, as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, we got to talk about some things. And man, let's get to it. Hold on, let me just do this one thing real quick. Dolphins shock the Bills. I mean, that's a surprise game. Nobody's seen that coming. That's why I always say it's any given Sunday. And I truly mean that because it really is any given Sunday. Now, I got to put the wow. The actual Dolphins beat the actual Bills. That's crazy work. But we got to start with the Minnesota Vikings because I am a Minnesota Viking fan. NFL Talk with your boy, Mike Sports Vibes. Now, man, when you talk about the Minnesota Vikings, let me say this. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I truly feel that way. Now, shout out to Smeagol. Bro, I'm so disappointed in this team. Hey, Smeagol, don't get too down, but I am going to talk that talk, though. Like, us, like Viking fans, we got to hold this man accountable. Kevin O'Connell needs to take accountability for Viking fans. You know what I mean? Kevin O'Connell needs to take accountability Viking fans because there's some Viking fans that see Kevin O'Connell as he can do no wrong. And I feel like Minnesota Viking fans deserve so much better than this. I'm going to break some things down and we're going to really talk about this deep, but KOC has not done anything for the Vikings to get us close to a Super Bowl. You can have the best record in the regular season all you want. You can have a good record. But if you don't win a playoff game, what does it matter? Salute to you, Simone. If you don't win in the playoffs, what does it matter, right? And I say all this because some people really think that KOC he cannot be held accountable for anything that he does. He can call bad play. He can be bad at time management during the game. He can be just not good. The offensive line, listen, everybody wants to blame the offensive line coach, but who hired the offensive line coach? Let's really talk about this because everybody wants to say fire the offensive line coach, right? Who hired him? Who chose him? Who chose him to be the guy to be the offensive line coach? Right? Shout out to Michael. Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on, Simone? But listen, Kevin O'Connell, I'm not saying the man should be fired right now, but I'm getting a little bit frustrated. Everybody in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Make sure you double tap the screen, hit the like button. All right, so Kevin O'Connell is listen, I want people to understand. I'm not trying to say the man should be fired right now, but I want to talk about the Eagles for a second. I'm Philly everything besides NFL football. I'm a Viking fan, right, from Pennsylvania because of the great Randy Moss. And my whole thing is this. The Eagles won a Super Bowl in 2017, 2018, right? 2017, I believe. Doug Peterson was the head coach. When Doug Peterson wasn't on the same page with the GM, guess what happened to Doug Peterson? Doug Peterson got fired, right? And he's a Super Bowl winning coach. Now, if KOC hasn't won one playoff game, he hasn't got even snipped to a Super Bowl. He hasn't even been a foot 12 inches away from a Super Bowl. He hasn't been on a Super Bowl field winning a Super Bowl as a head coach. So if he hasn't been that close and the Eagles fired, what's his name? Doug Peterson, that's a Super Bowl winning coach because he wasn't on the same page as the GM, why do some Viking fans think that KOC is untouchable when it comes to accountability for his bad play calling and what he does that's not good? To some Viking fans, he does no wrong. even though the team is failing, you go from a 14-3 team, a playoff team that choked in the playoffs against the Rams in the wild card game. Do y'all remember that? 14-3 to lose in the wild card game against the Rams. And listen, it was defense and offense, but at the same time, our offense should be a lot better than what it's been looking like. It's been looking like this for years. Ever since we got KOC as the head coach, our offense has not been that good consistently. Yes, you'll have those games where, they finally scored 30 points once in a blue moon. I got to do my research. How many times did the Vikings score 30 points in KOC's career as a head coach? I'm really curious because people make it seem like this man, he's like the offensive genius. But in my opinion, look, Kirk Cousins wasn't a bad quarterback. Kirk Cousins probably covered up a lot of flaws. Even though I feel like Kevin O'Connell made Kirk Cousins play a little bit better, but we know Kirk Cousins is a solid quarterback. He's a veteran quarterback, so he made a lot of plays. Now, when you get to the second best quarterback that KOC had, Sam Darnold, no, he was considered a bust when he came to the Vikings. Nobody gave Sam Darnold this much respect. Now they're giving him, oh my gosh, he might be MVP. I'm not hating on Sam Darnold. Good for Sam Darnold. But Sam Darnold was a veteran quarterback. You are literally calling plays for a second-year quarterback that only played 4 games in his career, right? Like, you're calling a game plan as if he's a veteran quarterback, and you get away from the things that work. You get away from the run game. You put all the pressure on a second-year quarterback / rookie quarterback because he missed his rookie season. You got this man dropping back. How many times did he drop back, y'all? Let me just see, because I know I'm not just talking just to talk. And I feel like Viking fans deserve better. This is not me saying that KOC should be fired, but he needs to be held accountable. I don't care. He needs to be held accountable. It is what it is. Because I'm 42 times. This man dropped back 42 times like he's Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins. This man is a second-year quarterback. This is his 4th game of his career in the NFL, and KOC is coaching this man like he's already a Pro Bowl quarterback. Is he Matthew Stafford when he was with the Rams and they won a Super Bowl? Is he Kirk Cousins? Is he Sam Darnold? He's none of those quarterbacks. He's not a veteran quarterback. He hasn't been in the NFL for 3 seasons. He hasn't played that many games. He hasn't played 10 games in his career. He hasn't played 5 games in his career. So why do you have this man dropping back 42 times and you get away from the things that work? You overcomplicate everything. When the run game is going pretty good, you go away from the run game. It's like it hurts him, it pains him to run the ball, even though the run game is successful against the Ravens yesterday. Congratulations to the Raven fans. I'm not hating on the Ravens. I'm just saying, we was running the ball all over the Ravens defense, but they got away from it. They got away from it because KOC wanted to get away from it. And listen, I'm not taking all the accountability away from JJ McCarthy. He has to be better with his throws as well. Some of the things I've seen him do but he's going to learn. He's developing, right? But you're forcing this young quarterback to make those plays. When it's 3rd and 1, you're throwing for a touchdown pass. Why? Well, you can run the ball. When it's 4th and short, you're going for a touchdown pass down the field. Why? I'm just confused. I'm not a rocket science, but I feel like KOC wants this to be he wants football to be rocket science. Sometimes the simple things is with the way to go. And everybody, and I'm tired, and I don't want to listen respectfully to all the Viking fans that don't want to hold this man accountable. I highly disagree with you. It is not me overreacting. It's a common theme with KOC. How many more games do you need to see this man be the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach and call a bad game plan? Yes, he'll have probably like 10 good scripted plays, 15 good scripted plays. And then when the opposing team makes an adjustment, he can't make an adjustment. Listen, he is not a good offensive, good play caller. He's not a good play caller. Let's keep it real. And Viking fans got to hold him accountable, because if you're a Viking fan, you deserve better than this. We went from a 14-3 team to a team that is below 500, and supposedly the team is better on paper. How does that work? You want to know why? Because you got a coach, a head coach, that doesn't like to make adjustments. And every time he goes against a quality coach, he gets out coached. Every quality coach that he goes against, he loses to. He has never won a playoff game. And I don't care about all this. Oh, well, he won so many games. You'll be stupid to get rid of him. If the Eagles got rid of a Super Bowl winning coach in Doug Peterson, then how do we not get rid of this guy and he hasn't won any playoff games? Who cares about regular season if you can't win a regular season game? Let me catch up in the comments and I'm going to get right back to it. All right, so I'm just venting right now, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Everybody hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. This is one YouTube family, and I truly mean that. This channel was to bring everybody together from everywhere, around the country, around the world, and that's just how I feel. And yeah, good vibes over bad vibes. And another thing, like, you got a question about your team, I'll talk about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know everything about every team, but I know a little bit about a little bit, and I'll give you my honest opinion. If I don't know, I'll look it up and we can talk about it another time. But I will say this: primarily, we do cover the mighty Minnesota Vikings on this channel. Yeah, I'm just a regular person covering the Vikings. I'm a passionate Viking fan. Just giving you my honest opinion. Just because I give you my opinion, don't get in your feelings. It's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. Let me catch up in the comments. All right. We shut down Derrick Henry and Dallas Turner. Sack Jackson should not have been penalized. That was a bad call. Michael, I agree with that. That was a bogus call. But besides that call, I'm still stuck on KOC. That man did not have a good game plan. And the defense is not to be blamed. If I hear anybody blame the defense, you're just a hater of the defense. That's just what it is. That's what it comes down to. Like, when it comes down to it, right? Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. And you had this man going for field goal after field goal after field goal after field goal in that first half. You pretty much shut down Lamar Jackson in that first half. Eventually, your defense is going to fall apart if your offense can't do a dang on thing. I'm just being honest. If your offense can't be consistent, this so-called offensive-minded head coach ain't got this offense looking good. This team is better on defense than offense. And we was already complaining about the defense earlier this year, how they wasn't looking good. That tells you a lot. If we complain about the defense and the defense playing better than the offense, then we got a big problem, especially if your head coach is an offensive-minded head coach. You know what I'm saying? I was what's going on, Simone? I was cheering for the Vikings against the Ravens. Man, shout out to the Ravens. They won. It's just the next running back. I don't know. Fire KOC. Cody, that might be the thing if you don't get it together. No Jackson, but 3 straight Ravens wins. Yeah. Yep. Facts. KOC doesn't know what he's doing. Facts. I agree. KOC wasn't the issue. Ravens turned the defense around since the Rams game. Nah, bro. Nah. I disagree, James C. You might be a Ravens fan, bro. Respectfully. I'm not saying the Ravens didn't deserve to win. We was running the ball all over the Ravens, bro. We gave up on the run because our head coach doesn't want to. He's allergic to running the ball. He will start sneezing. He will start having hives and sweat. He might even develop a fever if he has to call run plays. If he has to call run plays, he is allergic to it, y'all. I'm telling you. Listen, Aaron Jones was doing his thing. He only rushed the ball 9 times, had 47 rushing yards, 5.2 per carry, and 1 rushing touchdown. So if he's averaging 5.2 per carry, and he only rushed it 9 times, if you add a few more runs, that could possibly be an 80, 100 yards rushing, and you could possibly win the time of possession, and maybe you can win the game by taking some pressure off of J.J. McCarthy, and maybe you can utilize the play action because obviously our young quarterback is struggling throwing it down the field. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. We got away from the run game because of our head coach. I'm holding him accountable. I am not going to be a Viking fan to say, oh, KOC can do no wrong. He's the best coach we ever had. No, he's not. Respectfully, not saying he can't be until he gives the the responsibilities calling plays to an offensive coordinator that he trusts, I don't believe in what he's doing right now. I don't. I'm sorry. I've seen enough. And as a Viking fan, all I want to do is win a Super Bowl. And the route that we're going the opposite way. I'm being real on this live stream. Whether a Viking fan or anybody that likes KOC likes it or not, I'm going to be real. KOC needs to be held accountable for the bad play calling, for the time mismanagement, like everything. It's just, it doesn't make sense. And I keep on using the Eagles as an example because I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm Philly everything. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. Besides NFL football, I'm a Viking fan because of Randy Moss. And seeing the Eagles win 2 Super Bowls, get the 3 Super Bowls within like 8 seasons is devastating, bro. I'm going to be honest. Not really devastating, but it's like I'm happy for them. But I'm like, dang, bro, that could be us. That could be us. There's so many reasons why we're going through what we're going through. KLC needs to step his game up. Drafting needs to be better. But we're going to stick with KLC right now. And we're going to get to Kwesi another time because we got to talk about Kwesi and his drafting as well. But right now, we sticking with the head coach because I don't know what's up with the Bull. I don't know what's up with him. KLC is a quarterback coach, not a head coach. He haven't run on 3rd and 1 or defense played great. Yes, made this team facts. Maybe he is just a quarterback coach and not a head coach. Who throws the ball 42 times? Yes, bro, Chase. That's what I'm saying, bro. And he wasn't even having a good game. This is what I was saying. If you're going to throw it 30 times or whatever, right? Why are you throwing on 3rd and 1 it's 3rd and 1 and he's throwing all the way to trying to get a touchdown, bro? A 40-yard pass for a touchdown. It's like, what are we doing? You got this dude forcing throws because every play that you call is down the field. I don't know how many times I've been saying this for a while now. His play calling is terrible. Garbage. His play calling is garbage. Then I hear people say, well, he's going to give him all these plays so he can to try to cover up his weaknesses so he can be better. Bro, he's a second-year quarterback trying to develop his first of all, get his confidence up, and get rhythm and get used to the NFL speed. Come on, you can't be dropping back and throwing it 40 yards down the field to Justin Jefferson and forcing it to him when we have Jordan Addison, we have TJ Hawkinson. It's like his throws weren't accurate yesterday. Let's keep it real. So why would you not do quick little passes? You saw what Lamar Jackson was doing. Maybe he can learn from the offensive coordinator from the Ravens, whoever their offensive coordinator is. They was danking and dumping. It was a 5-yard pass. It went for 20 yards because they broke a tackle or two. It was a 10-yard pass, and it went for a touchdown or whatever. Whatever it was. It wasn't Lamar Jackson throwing for 30-yard passes all game like J.J. McCarthy. And guess who's the MVP quarterback? That's Lamar Jackson. So you got a second-year quarterback throwing 30 yards down the field. You got him throwing more than an MVP quarterback. How does that make sense? How many times did Lamar Jackson throw? Let me just look this crap. I know I'm not just talking, bro. Listen, I don't know everything about football, but I know I'm right about this. A 2-time MVP quarterback threw it 29 times. We got the 4th game of J.J. McCarthy's career, he throws it 42 times. And the great thing about it is, for the most part, we shut Derrick Henry down. We shut Lamar Jackson down. Lamar was not getting first downs with his legs all like that. And we still, even witnessing that, Kevin O'Connell said, oh, well, I'm so much smarter than everybody. I'm going to outsmart everybody. I'm going to do trick plays. I'm going to do plays that don't make any sense, and I'm going to make this game more complicated so our offensive line can have false start after false start after false start after false start. I'm not going to run the ball. I'm not going to do it. I'm allergic to it. That's what he did all game. It's embarrassing. Bro, we threw the ball 48 times in the game. We were actually winning at halftime. Yes, we were winning at halftime, and we looked pretty good. But when it comes to the defense, not the offense. After the initial touchdown, offense was Trash, bro. Offense was bad. We won the first half 10-9, when I really feel like it should be 17-9, or it should be 20-something to 9. We should have had a lot more points. What's up with this offensive-minded genius head coach that I heard like 3 years ago that we were getting? At least, and I'm not trying to say that, and listen, Mike Zimmer, listen, I ain't trying to bring Mike Zimmer up, but at least when Mike Zimmer was the head coach, the defense was actually good. For the most part of since when he was the head coach, most of the time, the defense was good. At one point, our defense was so good, it was like number 1 defense in the NFL, or top 2 or whatever, multiple times. When has our offense been top 3 in the NFL? I don't know if it has been, even with the 14-3 record. Maybe I'm wrong, but our offense struggles, and our defense covers up a lot of deficiencies. They do. Oh, bro, I was 3rd row in Detroit last week. Oh, that's no. Come on, Marcus, don't be like that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Here the thing, you can only blame the coaches so much. I mean, you gotta play good football at the end of the day. That is true. You gotta play good football at the end of the day. But you calling the wrong plays is what's going to be on that field. And if you know, you gotta adjust to a good sign of a head coach is someone that adjusts to the talent that's on the football field. Let me give you a perfect example, right? Let me give you an example of I'm going to go to basketball for a second, right? You know who Shaquille O'Neal? Does everybody know who Shaquille O'Neal is? Does everybody know who Shaq is? I want everybody, give me a Y. Give me a Y or a yes. Does everybody know who Shaquille O'Neal is? I'm just going to give you an example of what a great coach does. Does everybody know who Shaquille O'Neal is? Yes, we got a yes. Okay. It's one of the greatest centers of all time, right? That's like Phil Jackson, one of probably the greatest NBA coach of all time, saying, Shaq, you got to shoot threes all game long. I don't want you in the paint. Even though I know you're good at dunking on everybody, I know that you're dominant in the paint and nobody can stop you. They called you the Diesel for a reason. I don't care about none of that. That's Phil Jackson saying that to Shaq and saying, Shaq, go shoot the 3. Go shoot the 3. My point is, that's what KOC is doing. He's the coach, and instead of utilizing the run game on 3rd and 1, he's going to do a play action pass all the way down the field for a touchdown. That's what KOC does. He doesn't adjust to the talent that's on the field. And if you see your young quarterback struggling, why are you trying to throw it down the field? He threw for 2 interceptions, and they were bad interceptions. I'm not taking nothing away from J.J. McCarthy when it comes. He shouldn't have made those throws, or they should have been better throws. But the play call was him making. He made that call for him to make those throws. He made that call. He made that call. Tell me, he said it's because Rooney Mars. Yes, right. But that's my point. So, what if Phil Jackson said, "Hey, Shaq, you can't be in the paint. You got to shoot threes all game." That's kind of like you setting up. Like when it comes to KOC, he's setting JJ McCarthy up for disaster because you got this man throwing the ball 42 times. Why? When your run game was working, make it make sense. So a lot of it is coaching because the players were being productive. The run game was being productive. It's like when I was talking about Kareem, one of the best players of all time in NBA history, the sky hook. If you can't stop it, why would I stop doing it? They couldn't stop the run game, but just you get away from it because, like I said, KOC is allergic to running the ball. He is. When people are blaming coaches, it's not good. That's all. Yeah, we gotta hold the coaches accountable because they're the ones doing the. It's not like, for example, right? I used this example, I think, last night. When you have an all-time great like Peyton Manning, oh, he's like a coach on the football field, or Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. You can say the coach can call the play, but Peyton Manning is such an intelligent all-time great quarterback. where he'll audible out of a bad play in a heartbeat. JJ McCarthy is a second-year quarterback, and he's just going by whatever the play is. Whatever the play is, he's going to go with it pretty much. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but at the same time, he has trust in his coach, and his coach has put him in a bad situation. It's the same thing as this, Steve. Let me give you an example. If you was a head coach of the Vikings, our offensive line just started to get healthy. We were missing our left tackle. We were missing our guards. We were missing our center. And guess what KLC was still doing? When J.J. McCarthy was playing before he got hurt with the high ankle sprain, he still was calling plays to throw it 30 yards down the field to Justin Jefferson, knowing that your offensive line is hurt. That's what I'm saying. If you're a coach, you adjust to the talent you have on the field. You don't call plays as if you have the greatest offensive line. He doesn't make adjustments, bro. Yes, I am holding J.J. McCarthy accountable for the interceptions, but I feel like the interceptions wouldn't. It probably wouldn't happen if the play calling was a little bit better. Because if you can, all right, so if say he threw the ball 29 times like Lamar Jackson and the rest was runs, I'm pretty sure this game will be different. I don't know it all. I don't know everything about football, but if J.J. McCarthy only threw the ball 29 times compared to 42 times, I think this game would be different. I really do. And KLC is not making it easy for our quarterback. He's allergic to running the ball. And as a Viking fan, my opinion, I feel like we need to hold him accountable, because if the Eagles can fire a head coach after winning a Super Bowl, if KLC don't get this play calling together, if he wants to keep the responsibility of calling plays, and J.J. McCarthy looks like this for the rest of the season and even next season, we got an issue. Coaching wins games. You see what happens with the Seahawks in Super Bowls coaching. Facts. Coaching does win a lot of games. We need to run a short yard, let CJ Ham. Yes, short yard, open holes, and run behind rookie. Facts. Because, all right, let me give you a perfect example, right? This is what really gets on my nerves about, like, the play calling with KOC, right? We were up 10-9 at halftime, right? Against the Ravens. We ran the ball with Aaron Jones, the first play. Do y'all know how many yards that went for? 17 rushing yards, first down and more. And then KLC rushed the ball again. 5 yards again for Aaron Jones. After that, play action, interception. Or a play after that. Maybe 2 plays after that, or the play after that run. Play action pass, interception. So why didn't you keep running the ball? I don't care if you run the ball 4 times in a row, bro. It don't matter. If they can't stop it, why are you going to stop doing it? I remember, was it last year? It was last year, right? The Eagles. I think we went against the Eagles in Philly. And the Eagles were struggling passing the ball, but guess what they were doing? They was running the ball. They probably ran the ball 7 times in a row, and we could not stop it. And they ran all over the Minnesota Vikings defense. We could not stop it. So that's good coaching. Why would I get away from something that's working, trying to be fancy and trying to make a home run? Sometimes it's okay to hit a single. You know baseball? Does everybody know baseball? I'm just asking because not everybody likes baseball. Not everybody follows baseball. In baseball, there's home runs. In baseball, there's singles. In baseball, there's doubles. In baseball, there's triples, right? Sometimes you have to hit singles. Sometimes you have to hit doubles. And maybe sometimes you might hit a triple. But you shouldn't always go for the home run, meaning a touchdown. Running the ball is hitting singles. And sometimes that run could be a double or a triple, or maybe a touchdown. You saw what Jonathan Taylor was doing with the Colts. You saw what he was doing. That man had like 244 rushing yards. They didn't get away from the run game. If it's working, why you get away from it? Let me look up the stats real quick, because I know I'm not tripping, because I know he had like 200 something. Let me see. Jonathan Taylor had, hold on, y'all. He rushed it for 32 times for 244 yards. So my question, and he had 3 rushing touchdowns. Aaron Jones was running all over the Ravens. Why'd you get away from it? He had a rushing touchdown, and you still got away from it. For the whole entire game, the Minnesota Vikings only rushed the ball how many times? Let me just look this up, because I know listen, this has to stop. I'm not giving him no excuse. He's getting all the accountability. So even though Aaron Jones was averaging 5.2 a carry, he only had 9 rushes in the game. For real, bro. Keenan Mitchell deserves more on the field. Yep, Sam didn't have a problem with throwing. Yeah, Sam Darnold he's a veteran quarterback. He's been in the game for a long time, for a few years. J.J. McCarthy, this is his 2nd year. So you can't coach J.J. McCarthy as if it's Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold. That's the problem. If you're the coach, you have to adjust to what you have on the field and make it easier for your 2nd-year quarterback that missed his whole entire rookie season. This isn't Drake May in his 2nd season. Drake May learned from his mistakes his rookie season. He had more interceptions than touchdowns his rookie season. J.J. McCarthy, this is his 2nd year. And this is his 4th game of his career because he missed his whole rookie season. So that's why a lot of people say this is his rookie season. But technically, it's his 2nd season. But I understand why people say it's his rookie season. So you gotta match what you have on the field. The play calling has to match what you have on the field. Like, for example, right? I'm so confident in what I'm saying. If we had Jonathan Taylor, the best running back in the game, I promise you KOC wouldn't run the ball. He wouldn't run the ball. Even if it's successful, he would give up on the run. What's the best friend of a quarterback besides the offensive line? Who's the best friend of a quarterback? It's the running back. Because the running back can not only catch, he can block, and of course he runs. And if you can run the ball successfully, instead of it being 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 7, it could potentially be 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1. I'm just saying. We are undefeated in our division, but we need to win games when our defense is dominating. We need facts, accommodate and tell J.J. McCarthy to run it himself like Bears quarterback. Oh man, Caleb did a great job against the Bears. Against the Giants. But my whole thing is this. KOC has to be better with the play calling. And that's just the bottom line to it. Because I feel like J.J. McCarthy, he's going to go with whatever KOC calls. He doesn't have that. He's not a veteran quarterback. You know what I mean? And I agree with everything you said, Mike, because at the end of the day, you can't waste a great defensive performance like that. You can't do that. What's going on, Chris? For real? Take a page out of Mike Zimmer's book. Dalvin Cook ran first or offense. Yes, facts. Now I will say this. It should have been 17-6 and have simple mistake. Yes. But I love what you said. You said simple mistakes. What I used to say, common sense. Why don't people have common sense? But common sense isn't common sense. If you get where I'm going with it. Like, it could be simple mistakes, but it's big mistakes that actually lose us the game. Because when you give up on something that's working, you're putting your team, you're failing your team. Because our offense has been struggling every game this year, pretty much. Every game this year, our offense struggled. The only game that we really was really scoring a lot was the Bengals. The Bengals game. And that's because our defense scored 2 touchdowns. We had a lot of points in that game. Other than that, our offense struggles every single game. Every game. And there's always the excuse, our offensive line is hurt. Now our offensive line is pretty healthy, and now what's the excuse? Oh, well, what's the next excuse? It's the offensive line coach. Well, who hired the offensive line coach? First of all, he's the head coach. He needs to take accountability. Just like if the defense is bad, he got to take accountability for the defense. But since the offensive line is bad, Yes, offensive line coach might not be doing a good job. Obviously, he ain't. There's like 8 false starts. We're terrible. We were terrible when it comes to the false starts. I don't know how you can false start that many times at home. That was embarrassing. We wasn't away. We was at home at US Bank Stadium and still false start after false start after false start after false start. Yes, offensive line coach needs to be held accountable, but the number one guy is KOC to me. The number one guy. I don't want Viking fans not holding this guy accountable. Why? I don't listen. Like I said before, the Eagles fired Doug Peterson, a Super Bowl winning head coach. KOC had good records in the regular season, but never won a playoff game. I'm not saying KOC should be fired right now, but if it doesn't improve and the defense is so much better than the offense, like it has been since KOC was the head coach, other than the dinosaur year, the defense looked way better than the offense, more consistent at least. That's an issue. The identity should be with the head coach. If he's an offensive head coach, the identity should be that our offense should be pretty darn good. If he's a defensive head coach, our defense should be pretty darn good. Not the opposite. I can coach a better game than KLC. And on 3rd and 1, I'm going strong formation, CJ Ham, Mason. Yes. And see, that's the thing. It's not rocket science, y'all. That's what KLC makes it. See, us in the chat, we listen. I ain't trying to. I'm gonna just say for myself. I don't know everything about football, but I know the basics. I know if it's 3rd and 1, what my homie said. He said, going strong formation with CJ Ham. I'm running with Mason or I'm running with Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was slicing and dicing that defensive line, bro. And the offensive line was creating holes. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to run the ball to get the offensive line some confidence. Sometimes the offensive line don't want to just sit there and pass block all game. Why do you think the offensive line wants to pass block all game? They want to push somebody around. Let the offensive line have some, let them get some get back. Instead of getting pushed back, let's push forward, baby. Let's push forward, baby. Let's get some get back. We shouldn't have to be pass blocking all the dang on time. If I was a guard or a tackle or a center, I want to push them back and run the ball all over them. Shout out to the, oh my goodness, super chat. Shout out to my guy, Alexander Bryan. Thank you for the super chat. He said, my predictions was right again. Be more cut that. But Minnesota last in the division. Yeah, we last in the division. Hey, man, deserve an apology. Hey, listen, I would say this, man. The Ravens definitely got the dub. I don't got nothing bad to say about the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson is he's a 2-time MVP. I hope one day that man wins a Super Bowl. I'm a big supporter of Lamar Jackson, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the game. I like what y'all done, but I still feel like, listen, y'all won. I ain't taking nothing from y'all. I feel like the Vikings could have made this a very interesting game if they would have ran the ball a little bit more. I ain't taking nothing from the Ravens, but respectfully speaking, I got love for you, my brother Brian. When we see y'all again, if we see you again anytime soon, if it's in the Super Bowl this year or next year sometimes, respectfully, my brother, you know I got love for you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. God bless to you and your family. But respectfully speaking, don't get in your feelings. We're going to beat the brakes off you next time we play, y'all. Respectfully speaking. But shout out to you, bro. Appreciate all the support, man. Thank you so much, man. Oh, man. Thank you so much. All right, yeah. Shout out to DOD. What's good with you? What's going on, everybody? Tommy said, I'm from the suburbs of Philadelphia. I live 15 to 20 minutes away. I'm a Philadelphia fan in every sport. Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Penn State. Yeah, Villanova basketball. Yes, all day. I'm Philly everything besides football because of Randy Moss. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. You know, I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. And again, I want to say this. Don't get in your feelings. I'm just giving you my opinion. Not saying that I'm right. Not saying that everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not saying my opinion is law because I don't want people to think that. I'm just giving you my opinion. You know what I mean? But I think I'm right about this KOC stuff, though. Maybe I might be wrong, and hopefully I am wrong, and he gets us a Super Bowl. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I'm right about this until he gives the responsibility away from from the play calling. I don't see us doing anything with him, bro. I'm being honest. When it comes to the good coaches, man, we lost to every good coach this season, bro. That is bad. Take a page out of Mike Zimmerman. Yup, Dalvin Cook. Yup, I read that. Offensive line was blowing it in Miles Price fumble. Yes, Miles Price deeper hole buried our chances. Yeah, the Miles Price fumble was terrible. The offensive line, and that's what I'm saying. If your offensive line is struggling with the pass blocking, right? This is what I mean by like coaching and making adjustments. If your offensive line is struggling with the pass blocking, why don't you run block? Why don't you run the ball? Sometimes I'm telling you, it's a big difference between run blocking and pass blocking. It's a big difference. And if you could run block, you push the defensive tackles to the ground, the linebackers, the D ends and all that, the pass rushers and all that. You push a safety, knock a corner down, whatever you do, you get that confidence. You might get that swag back. And then maybe you can pass block better. It's kind of like basketball. I got to go back to basketball real quick, y'all. Right? As I'm a big basketball guy. All right, for instance, right? For instance, right? Let me use an all-time great Allen Iverson, because I'm a Sixer fan. The man Allen Iverson, if he was struggling from the field, like I'm talking about shooting threes or a mid-range jump shot, what's he going to do? He's going to drive to the lane, get fouled. You know what I mean? Take those free throws. See that ball go through that hoop a couple of times, you start getting into that rhythm. That's the same thing with pass blocking, in my opinion. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think that if you run block a few times and you run the ball more, it can cover up some of the passing blocking deficiencies and even give the offensive line a little bit more confidence, because you got to remember, this offensive line hasn't been healthy all season long. So they don't got the chemistry. And since they don't got the chemistry, and pass blocking, in my opinion, is harder than run blocking. Just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Second interception was a hurt piece. Right. Facts. Jefferson quit on a few plays. You know what? I did see that. I'm a little bit nervous with the Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna touch on that right now. It seemed like he gave up on some plays, didn't jump for the ball. That one, I don't know if it was the first interception or the second interception. No, the second interception, he tripped. The first interception, he could have batted the ball down. He could have tried to do something instead of just letting it just be caught. When you're a wide receiver, you also on defense in a way as well, right? Because if the ball is misthrown or overthrown or underthrown, guess what? You got to make sure you bat the ball down or something. You can't just be nonchalant and just let the ball intercept the ball. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel what you're feeling. He I don't want to say he quit, but maybe he did quit, right? Maybe he didn't put his full effort. What I will say is this. I'm nervous about that. Because what I'm nervous about, this is what I'm nervous about. What if he requests a trade? What if this is a Stephon Diggs part 2? Because maybe he's getting frustrated because he knows the game plan is terrible. The play calling is terrible. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping that Justin Jefferson does not oh my gosh, another super chat in the building. He said, Super Bowl, stop it. The Bears better than y'all. Hey, listen, right now, I can't even disagree with y'all. But then again, I can disagree with you because we beat the Bears already. Until the Bears beat us, yeah, we might have not the better record right now, but we have the better record when it comes to division games. So respectfully, bro, when we play against the Bears, again, for the second time, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. Respectfully, my brother. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you so much. Big Bad Raiders in the building. I'm catching up in the comments. The Super Bowl team is on the Jefferson game. Yep. 10 penalties is not going to win a game. Listen, the offensive line has so many false starts. I believe it was 8 or 9 alone. 8 or 9 alone. So how many times he going to say if in next time? Hey, listen, man. That's the only thing I can say right now, brother. What am I supposed to say? Plus, the refs were calling anything for the Vikings. Yeah, the refs didn't call some plays, but I'm going to put this more on play calling more than anything. When it comes to everything, you could talk about the interceptions, the turnover on downs, everything. The most important thing for me, the reason why we lost this game is because we gave up on something that was working. We gave up on the run game. Maybe I have an old school mindset. If you can't stop me, I'm going to keep doing it. Like, say, for instance, right, the Vikings were destroying the secondary of the Ravens all game long. Okay, keep passing if you want to. But if your passing isn't, you're incomplete. Jordan Addison, misthrowing him, underthrowing him, overthrowing him. Same with Justin Jefferson, throwing for 2 interceptions. But when you run the ball, you're successful. Wouldn't you think to go back to the run game? Am I missing something? Because if you ran the ball, maybe some of those bad calls by the refs, I'm not taking nothing away from the refs. There was some bogus calls, especially that Dallas Turner sack on Lamar Jackson. They said that was roughing the passer. That was a bogus behind call. You might as well just say it's flag football. That was a bogus call. Thank you for reminding me about that specific bad call for me. That sack should have been a sack, bro, not a penalty. He did not lift Lamar Jackson up off his feet and tackle him. He literally it wasn't head-to-head contact. How are you supposed to tackle him with half your body? And then he breaks the tackle and runs for a first down. What are we supposed to do? You got to make sure he gets on the ground. Like, I don't understand that play. That was a bogus play, bro. That was a bogus call by the refs. There was countless other bogus plays, but that one specifically had me heated. I ain't going to say her in cap. I was on the live stream like, yo, that was bogus. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. And I really feel that way. I truly feel that way. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the people that subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for rocking with me. Even all the people that's not even a Viking fan that's rocking with me, man. Salute to y'all. Ravens flock. Oh, man. If you got to say if next time, that's loser energy. Hey, listen, right now, the Vikings are losing. So right now, we do got losing energy right now. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Respectfully, I agree right now. It is losing energy because the way our play calling is losing energy. When it's 3rd and 1, you go for a touchdown throw. What does that mean? I don't understand. that. I know living in Minnesota you got mistaken for some. No, I don't live in Minnesota. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm Philly. Hold on. That's Sixers stuff right there. Hold on. That's Philly stuff right there because I'm a Phillies fan. I'm Philly everything besides football. If you're wondering why I'm a Viking fan from PA, it's because of the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss, number 84. That's just my opinion, y'all. Don't come at me in the comments. That's just my opinion. So that's why. I'm Philly everything. And by the way, talking about Philly, I do have another YouTube channel. It's called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. If you're interested in basketball play-by-play, if you're interested in hockey, because I will be covering hockey as well for the Flyers very soon. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of boxing. I'm probably going to do that Devin Haney fight. If you're interested in all that, let me put this in the comment. Go subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This is my basketball channel, hockey channel, baseball channel. And I also, but primarily I do cover basketball, but I am going to start covering hockey. I'm new to hockey, so bear with me. I don't be knowing all the rules, but I'm going to try my hardest. But I want to bring hockey onto that channel. I think I got a feeling about the Flyers. I don't know why. But I know, but yeah, I don't live in Minnesota. Bear versus Packers would be a good game. Yeah, that would be a good game. Bears are trash. AI got some of the best. Yeah, facts. Allen Iverson, yes. Take those. Beat stuff. Yeah. NFC North. Everybody but Vikings make the playoffs. Oh, don't do that. Jalen isn't. I'm trying to read the count. I'm catching up in the comments, y'all. It's pretty darn that he quit on those quarterback. He played with. You know what's crazy? He didn't play with Case Keenum though. He didn't play with Case Keenum. He played with Darnold. He played with Cousins and Wentz. Nick Mullins and a couple other quarterbacks, but he didn't play with Keenum. You're mistaking that for Stephon Diggs. But yeah, I think he'll be fine though. Justin Jefferson will be fine. This is the only game I've seen him do that, but he has to be better as one of the leaders of the team. He has to be held accountable as well. He has to be better as one of the leaders of the team, respectfully speaking. I'm a big supporter of Justin Jefferson, my favorite player on offense on the Minnesota Vikings, but at the same time, he can't be doing that, man. If the ball's underthrown or misthrown in general, you got to be a defensive player. You got to kind of be a cornerback at that point and bat the ball down. You can't just let the dude intercept the ball and watch him intercept the ball. Listen, that's terrible. That was absolutely, I ain't like that. But my biggest thing is this. I'm hoping that Justin Jefferson doesn't request a trade if this keeps on happening with the play calling. I'm telling y'all, their play calling is absolutely horrible. Horrible. Refs were fun. Only bad call was to call Lamar, but every other quarterback gets the call. Yeah. Most people's biggest criticism of KLC is he's addicted to the facts. Look, let me give y'all the stats. A two-time MVP quarterback, Lamar Jackson, he threw the ball 29 times. J.J. McCarthy, a second-year quarterback, this is his fourth game of his career, threw it 42 times. Let me say that again. A two-time MVP quarterback in Lamar Jackson threw the ball 29 times. And a second-year quarterback that only played 4 games in his career threw it 42 times. Now, let's get to the run game real quick. That doesn't make sense, right? You're like, what? I'm dead serious. You can look it up for yourself. When it comes to the rushing yards, Aaron Jones, on average, was averaging 5.2 a carry. He had 1 rushing touchdown. His longest run of the game was 17 yards. He had 47 rushing yards for 9 carries, and they got away from the run. Why did he do it? Because KOC doesn't care about running the ball. Let me say another running back. Jordan Mason only had 4 rushes for 25 yards. Guess what his average was? His average was 6.3. So he was averaging 6.3 a rush, and you only rushed him 4 times. Make it make sense. Nobody can tell me that it makes sense what KOC did with his play calling. You got this man throwing the ball 42 times. I don't understand. He thinks that he is Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold right now. He is not Matthew Stafford. Not Matthew Stafford. He is not Sam Darnold. He is not Kirk Cousins. He is a second-year quarterback that only played 4 games in his whole career. And you got this man dropping back like he's a vet. Adjust to your talent, KOC. Run the ball, especially if it's working. Not saying that J.J. McCarthy can't eventually throw the ball 42 times. That's not what I'm saying. But my issue is when you run the ball successfully, it opens up your whole offense. Everybody in the comments, and I'm pretty sure everybody will agree, or most everybody, the run game is one of the most important things for a quarterback. And if you run the ball successfully, everything works pretty much because the play action is going to be vicious. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I hate saying it, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to give him respect. Jared Goff. When Gibbs and Montgomery are running the ball successfully with the Lions, Jared Goff is debatably the best quarterback playing off that play action. One of the best. Because it opens up the offense. Because everybody's going to bite off of that run game. Because you gotta respect the run game. How are you going to respect the run game if you don't run the ball? How are you going to respect the run game if you don't run the ball? How are you going to stop the pass rushers and don't let the pass rushers be all crazy and get to your quarterback if they don't have the threat of a run game? There's no threat of a run game. Even when we're successful at it, he'll stop. Happy winter. Shout out to everybody in the building. Fun. I don't know. We'll see. Justin Jefferson needs to request a trade, just wasting his talent, man. I hope not. Especially for a sorry franchise like Minnesota. Oh, man. Hey, listen. Slow the roll real quick, brother. I'm a Viking fan. Respectfully, I listen, that's your opinion. I ain't saying, look, I disagree with you. I feel like who's your team, by the way? We're just going through it right now. The Minnesota Vikings is one of the most historic franchises in the NFL. No, we haven't won a Super Bowl. We've been to Super Bowl 4 times. You know what I mean? We won the most games in NFL history without winning a Super Bowl. So this is not a franchise that is just bad. We just don't win the biggest of biggest games. And that's the Super Bowl. We got there 4 times, though. Kind of like the Bills. The Bills got there 4 times and they lost. They're not considered a sorry franchise, in my opinion. It happens, bro. Winning the Super Bowl is one of the hardest things to do. Football is one of the most complete team sports in all the sports because you got to make sure your special teams is good. What if you miss a field goal? You know what I mean? That happens in the Super Bowl all the time. What if a kickoff return? That can happen if your special teams ain't on point. What if your field goal gets blocked? Special teams. You get where I'm going with it. And then defense. Your defense has to play good. Your offense has to play good. Like, it's a lot that goes with it. You know what I mean? It's hard. That's why when you win a Super Bowl, it's amazing. Oh, nobody pays attention to. How did you even? Jameis Winston should be a number 2. Russell Wilson, no touchdown after Jackson Dart left the game. Grasshopper, what's going on, bro? Vikings just aren't very good, man. New Orleans Saints, bro. What's going on with the Saints? Yeah, your Saints. Your Saints won. The run game tires out the defense. Facts, bro. That's the basics. It tires out the defense. So when you get to the second half, guess what? You can run it again even more. And guess what? The passing game will be a lot better. That's what I'm saying. You got to establish the run. When you pass it, it's almost like a cop-out sometimes, especially if your passing game ain't on point. Vikings might have peaked again since I don't know. We'll see. I'm questioning wild card at this point. Yeah, Sharon, maybe not wild card. We'll see. And we still got a chance. The season isn't over, but us Viking fans got to hold KLC accountable. I'm not giving him no excuses. I'm not going to say it's just the offensive line coach. He hired that man. He chose that man. KLC is the guy that's calling the plays. Fix it, brother. Fix it. New Orleans Saints Super Bowl. I've been to McDonald's. We should change our name to me. No. Bills went to Super Bowl 4 years in a row and lost. Yep. You think the Chiefs will make it to the playoffs? I think the Chiefs will make it to the playoffs. I don't think they will this year. Yeah, I think they will. I think there's enough games. I'm not sure what their record is, though, but I think there's enough games. But let me talk about this other game. The Dolphins, and I got to talk about this because I really feel like people don't understand. It's any given Sunday, right? The Dolphins destroyed the Buffalo Bills. 30-13? Let me just double check. 30-13, bro. Who would have thought that the Dolphins would beat the Bills, right? All right, so look. I didn't think this would happen. Even with their quarterback only throwing for 173 yards, he threw for 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, right? He didn't get sacked one time, but this is why they won. Let me tell you why they won. Time of possession, that's number 1. But number 2 is the run game. Akin, 22 carries for 174 yards, 7.9 average per carry, y'all. 2 rushing touchdowns. His longest rush was 59 yards. So Devon, number 28, the running back for the Miami Dolphins, 22 carries for 174 yards, y'all. For people that think that running backs ain't important, they are important. For people that think that the running game isn't important to win games, they are important, especially if your quarterback is struggling and throwing for 2 interceptions, like our quarterback did. Our quarterback threw for 2 interceptions, and KOC still didn't want to run the ball. It's a dang old shame. Denver Broncos is the best team in the Chiefs division. Chargers second. Yo, the Chargers look good. They just beat the Steelers. Yeah, you ain't lying, though. That's a good. Third Raiders, yeah. Fourth is, yeah. Hot take. We should promote Flores to head coach. Oh, they wouldn't do it. I get. Hey, Sharon, I love what you're saying. I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings want to go offensive-minded head coach. I don't think they want a defensive-minded head coach. I think that Mike Zimmer will probably be the last defensive head coach for the Vikings for years. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he might be the last defensive-minded head coach for years. But I love defense. I always say defense wins Super Bowl, so that's just my opinion. But I love that take, though. I like Brian Flores a lot. He's been having his defense play very good all season long. Skipping should have been 3 interceptions. Should have been 3 interceptions, y'all. How long have you been? Oh wow, what in the world? Denver played like crap against the Raiders. So how are they good? Who? Raiders beat the Broncos? Hold on now. Don't tell me the Raiders beat the Broncos. No, Broncos won 10-7. Yeah, they didn't play good, but they won. You know what I mean? That's all that matters, man. Get that dub. You're going to have some of them games where it's going to look bad, but as long as you get the dub, that's all that matters. As long as you get the dub, that's all that matters. I know it's a division game. People sleep on division games. The Raiders are in the Broncos division. Just like when we went against the Lions, they thought we was going to get destroyed by the Lions, and we beat the Lions. It's a division game. It don't matter how bad that team is record-wise. A division game is always tough. Always. So, that was a tough game. Defensively, both teams were really good. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure, if you haven't already, to double tap that screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody is welcome to this YouTube channel, and we are going to talk that talk. Denver Broncos versus Chiefs this Sunday. Yes, definitely. I'd be mad because teams don't beat us. We actually give them the game. Yes, that's how I be feeling, but I try not to say that, bro, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you're making excuses. I'm telling you, bro, these games, like that game, like Ravens game, we just didn't run the ball when it was working. And I'm not saying we would have won, but I promise you it would have been a closer game. That's what I will say. I promise you it would have been a closer game. The problem is the Minnesota Vikings go away from what works. The Bears won. I can't wait for a division play. We're hungry. Yup. Denver is trash. I don't believe that. That's cap. But yeah, man. So, oh man, I just had to get that off my chest. What that comes down to, like, it's any given Sunday, and the Bills took an L to the Dolphins. The Colts barely beat the Falcons, but they did win in overtime. The Bears beat the Giants. The Jets beat the Browns. The Patriots beat the Buccaneers. The Saints beat the Texans. The Seahawks destroyed the Cardinals. The Rams destroyed the 49ers. That's another thing. Like, why can't we be a consistent franchise, bro? Like, The Rams beat us in the playoffs last year. The Rams are 7-2. We're 4-5. We had a better record in the Rams and lost to the Rams last year in the wild card game. And the Rams look pretty darn good this year, man. It's just like, where's the consistency, man? Where's the consistency? Eagles or Packers. You know what? As a Viking fan, I'm going for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Is it in Philly or is it in Green Bay? It looks like it's in Green Bay. I still got Philly winning this game. I think the Packers, they can make it interesting, though. I'm a big Jordan Love guy. But I think the Packers are going to lose. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Even away, I think the Eagles are going to win. I think that Saquon's going to have a great game. Jalen is Jalen. They just got that pass rusher from the Dolphins. I forgot the Bulls' name. They got Carter, one of the best defensive tackles in the game. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Eagles are going to come. They're going to win this. They're going to get the dub. I like AJ. I like Devontae Smith. I like what they got in their tight end, Dallas Goedert. I like what they got, but I can't stand them at the same time. I mean, but I want the Eagles to win this game. I want them to win against the Packers because the Packers are in their division. And but I can see that being a good game because it's in Green Bay. I think that the Packers this is like, I don't want to say it's a must win for them, but they can definitely take control of the division if they can win this game against the Eagles. And that'll be a very big win if they can beat the Eagles. But I got the Eagles winning this game. I'm going to give you a score of 30 to 24 Eagles. The Youngblood is what you needed as a coach. Yes, facts. You need the Eagles to help you out versus Packers and Lions to help. Yeah, we need the Eagles to beat the Lions and the Packers. Philly wins 24-14. You suck. Go Eagles. What? Yeah, we ain't better than Eagles right now. I agree with that. We don't suck, but we ain't better than Eagles. We're talking about KLC, brother. McCarthy is, yeah. Yes, I would say this. McCarthy wasn't the best. I will admit. He wasn't the best, but I don't think he's a bust. I think that the play calling was what really happened. When you throw the ball 42 times and your offensive line can't pass block and they having false starts left and right, why aren't you running the ball? When the run game was working the whole entire game. There was not one point of the game where the run game wasn't working. That's the bad part about this, y'all. From the first quarter to the fourth quarter, the run game was working, but you had to stop running the ball because you was down. You're trying to come back. So our head coach got away from it. Did you know all the head coaches in the NFC North have been offensive coordinators for Jared Goff except Dan? Oh, wow, that's for real. That's crazy. I never knew that. That's a cool, I like that. AJ traded to the Vikings. No, we don't want AJ. You know what we want? If we was going to make a trade with the Eagles, I'll trade our head coach for your head coach. I'll trade our head coach for your head coach. If we was going to do any trades, I want to trade the coaches. Let's trade the coaches. You can have KLC. And I promise you, y'all ain't going to like it. Hey, listen, because guess what? The Eagles need to run the ball. That's how Jalen Hurts works off that play action. Y'all ain't going to like it. Y'all going to be throwing the ball so much and it's not going to be good. Y'all going to be like, dang, what's up with this boy? Why isn't he running the ball? Y'all going to be saying the same thing I'm saying right now. For real. Kevin O is an average hit. And that's another thing I want to say. A quarterback guru did. And yes, let me say this. You're not considered a good head coach if you don't win no playoff games. You're not considered a great head coach if you don't win the Super Bowl. Let me say that one more time. You're not considered, in my opinion, right, a good head coach if you don't win playoff games. You're not considered a great head coach if you don't win the Super Bowl. It's okay to be solid. KOC for me is a solid head coach because he can win regular season games. But when you talk about postseason, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Just listen, it ain't happening. Man, I can't believe the Dolphins beat the Bills, man. That's crazy. And it's the run game. The Dolphins defense in the run game. It's crazy, man. Crazy work. Crazy work. Listen, we got to copy off of these teams, KOC. Run the dang ball. This ain't rocket science. He said, no, y'all think McCarthy would be better somewhere else? Y'all expecting him to turn dog crap into gold. Nah, that's not true, though, C. Cole. I think it's like this. I'm not sure if you're a Viking fan, but if you watch the game, bro, you can't throw the ball 40-something times when your quarterback is struggling. When your offensive line is struggling and your quarterback is struggling and you still don't run the ball, because my whole thing is this, C. Cole, correct me if I'm wrong. Pass blocking is different from run blocking. It's, I think, a little bit easier to run block than pass block. Run blocking, you're pushing forward and you're trying to make holes for that run game. When you pass block, you know, you're going backwards, and it's harder in my opinion, right? And it's easier to, in my opinion, to false start when you're pass blocking than run blocking. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong with that. But I feel like to get your offensive line with some more rhythm, because our offensive line's been hurt all season long. To get rhythm for your offensive line, why don't you try running the ball a little bit more, KOC? And maybe that can get your quarterback in rhythm as well. I'm just being real. I'm just being real, y'all. I'm trying to. I'm being as respectful as I possibly can about KOC, but I hope Viking fans are not saying and giving a pass and blaming this all on the offensive line coach. Don't give KOC no pass. He needs to accept accountability. He has not won a playoff game. He has not won a Super Bowl to get the benefit of the doubt. Yes, he has a real good winning percentage in the regular season. That's the regular season. That is not the playoffs. The main goal is to win a Super Bowl, not to win regular season games. Well, you got to win regular season games to get to the playoffs, but you get what I'm saying. You can have the best record in the regular season and lose in the playoffs, because the playoffs is a one-game elimination. Who's the best that day, right? So it's like, what are you going to do in the playoffs? I'm just being honest. I'm being real. And Viking fans, we deserve better than having a good regular season and then getting destroyed in the playoffs. I'm tired of it, y'all. Going back to the first playoff game against the Giants when Danny Dimes was with the Giants. Our offense with Kirk Cousins wasn't that good. Struggling to score. Couldn't move the ball. It was 4th and 8. This guy does a check down pass to TJ Hockenson. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. It doesn't make sense. Facts, keep it PG, fellas. Yeah, keep it PG, fellas. Yes, definitely. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. I wanted to make this channel to bring us all together as people. I don't care what team you rocking with. I don't care what country you from. I don't care what state you from. I don't care what city you from. I don't care what galaxy you from. But if you are from another planet or a galaxy, let a brother know, because I don't want them dudes in the suits coming to my door. So let a brother know. I am E.T. Like, listen, let me know first. You know what I'm saying? Don't just come over here. Got this giant head and all that, and you look green and all that. Hey, listen, let me know first. Get me ready. Prep me mentally. But he said, listen, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but every game except yesterday, he was throwing the rock under 25 times, still 50% completion, and turning the ball over all the time. McCarthy is not good. I have to look that up for myself, but even then, bro, he wasn't running the ball. Not one game has he ran the ball enough. He hasn't ran the ball. I think, and then when you talk about it, just because he threw the ball 25 times and like you said, the completion, that's proving my point even more. If he's struggling to get rhythm, why are you trying to throw it 30 yards down the field? We got to have full context, bro, because you're saying it as if he's just missing short passes every pass. No, he's missing these long 30, 20-yard passes. There's a such thing as a quick play, a quick pass to kind of build his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was a coach, right? And you're good, Seco. You're not. It's cool. It's a good. We having a discussion. If you was his head coach, right, and you know your quarterback is struggling with his accuracy or whatever, right? He's battling through injury or whatever. Wouldn't you, and your offensive line is hurt, wouldn't you think that maybe running the ball more will be better? Or if you don't run the ball, do quick passes, slants, short passes, quick slants to one of the best wide receivers in the game in Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hopkinson and Jalen Naylor. Because a lot of the times he's throwing past the sticks. Sometimes, like I said, in baseball, you go for singles and doubles and triples. You don't always go for the home run all the time. Sometimes you bunt a man over. It's the same thing with football. Sometimes you have to go on those 13-play drives to get a touchdown. Sometimes you have to go on a 15-play drive to get a touchdown. There's nothing wrong with dinking and dumping. That's what Lamar Jackson did. He wasn't throwing it 30 yards down the field. And he's a two-time MVP quarterback. And I'm not saying that you're 100% wrong on what you're saying. I just think that full context, he doesn't run the ball in those games enough. And he also doesn't do the quick passes, the quick plays, the short plays, because that 5-yard catch could go for 10 yards or 20 yards. It happens. That's what Lamar Jackson was doing to us all game pretty much. But we wasn't giving up no touchdowns until the second half. And I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people want to and listen, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. A lot of people are giving up on JJ McCarthy. This is technically his first year playing in the NFL. He didn't play last year. He didn't play when Drake May and all them guys played. And I'm not making no excuses because I am going to hold him accountable. C. Cole, I'm holding JJ McCarthy accountable for the bad passes, not even just the interceptions. When he overthrew Justin Jefferson and he was wide open, I don't know what point, it was like the fourth quarter, third quarter. I think it was the fourth quarter. He was wide open, 20 yards down the field, and Justin Jefferson destroyed whoever was the cornerback that was on him or safety. He had that man looking bad. He was wide open, and JJ McCarthy sailed it over his head, bro. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to make that throw, bro. He was wide open by like 10 yards. He was wide open, bro, and he missed it, bro. So I get what you're saying. A lot of people don't think he's good, and I'm not saying he's 100% good. I'm not saying that yet. I think he has the potential to be good. I think he has that it factor because I've seen it against the Bears. I've seen it against the Lions last week. But he has to be better as well. But play calling will help. Run the ball. I don't even care if the man threw it 15 times. That man needs to have a run game. Every quarterback, all the quarterbacks throughout the history of the NFL, you need to have a run game. Somewhat of a run game. And if you don't throw short passes, and that's kind of like the run game, then you're screwing yourself up. And then when it's going to be third and long constantly. Third and long, third and long, third and long. Because you're not running the ball. That's just my opinion. I'm a run/pass should be. Yes, I think it should be like that. It could be like that. But we throw the ball 75% of the time, bro. And 20 and maybe even more. Maybe I'm not even doing the math right because If you threw the ball 42 times and only rushed, how many times we rushed the ball? And I'm talking about all together. I can't. I'm not going to look for it right now. Mike Zimmer was a better head coach than KLC. Right now he is, but I'm not going to say he is completely. We'll see with KLC if he can recover from this L. 70-30. Keep it on the ground. Yeah, keep it on the ground. Run the dang. Yes. Mike Zimmer, the guy we fired, is better than the guy we hired. Do we even have any? I think we do, bro. Smeagol, the problem is he don't call it. He don't call it. Let me read my guy, C. Cole. He said McCarthy right now is below Cam Ward in completion percentage, who been in a system for going on 2 years. But he hasn't played, though, who had 2 coaches in 10 weeks. He hasn't played. So, C. Cole, full context. And I'm not just coming at you. I'm just trying to give you, I don't know if you know. JJ McCarthy missed his whole rookie season, bro. He didn't play 1 game in his rookie season. He tore his meniscus and missed the whole season. This is his first year. This is his 4th game of the year. Cam Ward played more games in his rookie year than JJ McCarthy played in his 2nd year so far, because JJ McCarthy missed like 6 games already, 5 games. So I'm just saying, I get what you're saying, but you're making my point even more. Run the ball. Take some of the pressure off your young quarterback, and maybe he can get a better rhythm, you know what I mean, with the quick passes as well. I'm just saying. McNabb. But if you're talking about Lamar Jackson, he is once in a lifetime quarterback. Yeah, I love Lamar. Lamar still ain't fully fit. Yeah, I think Lamar still hurt a little bit. I agree. What time you? Hey, what's the name? Rula. I own my own company actually. So if you wanna know what I do, you can hit me up on Instagram, Mike Sports Vibes, and I can give you the game. You know what I mean? Run game has, and if you want to know to be specific, I do real estate, just to let you know. Run game has to be a threat at least. Yes, at least it has to be a threat. It's bad for McCarthy because KLC is not putting him in place to succeed. Yes, facts. Okay, it's bad because yes, that's what I'm going with it. Yes, he has the talent, but KLC is not playing to JJ's strengths. Facts. You got to run the ball. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? Someone asked me that question every single live stream, but my favorite UFC is Ben. What's his name? BJ Penn. My bad. McCarthy. Oh, I read that. Did you follow his college career? Jay Norton. Yeah, JJ McCarthy. I didn't follow him like that, but I know that they ran the ball a lot with Michigan, but he would make clutch throws when they needed him. He was scrambling for first downs when they needed him to make the play. My guy out of the 2024 NFL draft, people know, is Drake May. I was saying I like Drake May. That was my favorite quarterback coming out of that draft. I also like the Bo Nix and Michael Penix. I didn't think about Caleb because he was too high in the draft, and I didn't think about Jaden Daniels because he was too high in the draft. I didn't know where Drake May would go to, but he went number 3 to the Patriots, I think 3rd overall, right? But I was a big Drake May guy. And a lot of people were telling me Drake May wasn't a good quarterback because they watched a whole bunch of film, and they said he wasn't going to be good. So my whole thing is this. You can watch all the film you want. It's the luck of the draw, development, and, of course, talent. But I did watch JJ McCarthy. I think he can be a good quarterback. It just depends on what the coaching is going to be like for him for the rest of the season. How much do you NFL jersey? It depends. Mink United, like it can range. It depends on what like you get though. Like it depends what you get. You looking at a good penny though. You looking at like probably like depending. I don't know, man. I haven't got a jersey in a while. I'm thinking like $80 US. It's the gloves all the players wear now. Nobody used to wear gloves. Yeah. Oh wow. Football is rigged, period. So it really don't matter. Yeah, people say it's rigged. I'm not saying it is. I don't think it is, but they say all sports is, but I don't believe. I don't believe so. There's certain things in the game you be like, I don't know if you can. It's not like wrestling. Not trying to. I mean, not trying to come at wrestling, but it's the gloves. You think it's the gloves? Your point would be valid if Carson Wentz wasn't above Pat Mahomes in the same exact system with less time in it. Well, let me tell you why you have to have full context, bro. Like, and I understand what you're saying. Carson Wentz played pretty good in the little bit of time he played with the Vikings. I agree. I have a lot of respect for Carson Wentz, right? But see, Cole, Carson Wentz was a potential MVP a few years ago. Carson Wentz is a veteran quarterback. He's been in the game for what, 10 seasons, 9 seasons. This is JJ McCarthy's first season playing in the regular season. So you got to go with the experience as well. Like I said before, last year, Caleb Williams struggled. Last year, Drake May struggled. Drake May threw, I think, one more interception and touchdowns last year. He struggled, right? Now look at Drake May. I'm not trying to give JJ McCarthy the excuse that he's going to be good because we don't really know. I believe he's going to be good, bro. But you're comparing him to a veteran quarterback that's been in the game for a while, for years, right? He's been in the game, I think, like 9, 10 years, probably more. JJ McCarthy's second year, this is his 4th game. So you got to put experience into the conversation. JJ McCarthy's not going to be able to read defenses like a person that's been in the game. That's like Joe Flacco. We have Joe Flacco. Say he's our backup. Joe Flacco is going to look better than JJ McCarthy early on because he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and even though he's up there in age, he has experience. With more experience, you should be better than a second year quarterback, especially a second year quarterback that only played 4 games in 2 years. Let's just keep it real, bro. I'm not trying to come at JJ. He hasn't played. You have to get experience to get better. In order for you to get better, you have to do it. That's like me, for example, right? Say I'm trying to be a singer or a rapper. I'm just gonna say a rapper, right? Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. When I spit off top of the dome, I know I'm home. This is my throne when I spit off top of the dome. I don't practice it though, right? Say I don't practice rapping, and all of a sudden I just jump on the stage. I don't have no crowd awareness. I don't know what to freaking do. I don't know how to maintain my breath when I'm rapping and all that, right? It's the same thing with the quarterback. He don't got no experience. He has 4 games. So I don't like comparing him to a veteran quarterback. Now, if he continues, look, and I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy doesn't have to take any accountability, because he does, because his throws overthrowing the best wide receiver in the game is unacceptable when he's wide open. You can't do that, bro. You can't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's going through those growing pains, and he'll be better, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe he ain't the guy. But for right now, for me, I believe in JJ McCarthy can be that guy for the Vikings. Now, we'll wait and see. But I feel like a reason why he's not looking the best is because KOC, like my boy Smeagol said, is not putting him in the good positions to be successful. He's not putting them in the good situations, the good calls for him to be good. He is literally saying, drop back 40 times and you make something happen. Knowing our offensive line is struggling and our offensive line don't got chemistry. Doesn't make sense. That's just my opinion. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? I think I answered that. What's going on, Jay? Green Bay are a danger to all this. Yeah, Green Bay Trump. Oh man, I gotta get this guy out the chat. All right, so but I am a Kentucky fan, and I hate. Oh man, It's always the same AFC Championship. Who is K's? But you know what though? I know where you're about to go with that, and I'm not saying, hey, listen, it does suck, but I really do feel like the Chiefs are really that good. There is certain teams throughout the history of the NFL that are just really run the NFC or the AFC. Like, what was it, the 90s, the early 90s, the Cowboys ran the NFC with Emmitt Smith and you know what they had on their team. And then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Patriots when the Patriots had Tom Brady and all them. There's just certain teams that always have a chance to make it. But I get what you're saying. You're thinking that it's always certain teams. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't got nothing against the Chiefs, but I want to see a new team. I'm with you, bro, because it gets annoying. I'm not gonna say it's rape. I get what you're saying, bro. I do. I get it, bro. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it's not true because I'm a big football guy. I'm a basketball guy. I'm a baseball guy. You know what I mean? And talking about hockey and baseball, if anybody is interested, go subscribe to this channel. This is my other YouTube channel where I cover basketball and I will be covering hockey as well. So if you are interested, go subscribe to this channel as well. On this channel, we primarily cover the Minnesota Vikings. And you know, we talk that talk. Trying to catch up in the comments. All right, so I'm going to the Bengals versus. Oh, that's what's up. If it's Cincinnati, it's going to be a good one. Anytime you have sports betting games are being fixed, trust me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some things is happening. I'm not going to sit here and be like delusional. You know what I mean? The question is, when you get down to it, would you rather have a vet or a rookie at quarterback for your team? It depends on how good that rookie is at first, but sometimes it takes a little while for rookies to get good. To be a good quarterback. Now, they said that Sam Darnold was a bust, right? They said they didn't think Baker Mayfield was that good either. And guess what? They went to a couple of teams, and now look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was considered a bust. Now look at him. One of the best quarterbacks in the game. He's in the MVP conversation. Look at Baker Mayfield, one of the best quarterbacks in the game, in the MVP conversation. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Like, people count out quarterbacks way too early. They don't. And I'm not saying that they aren't busts. There is a lot of bust quarterbacks that are like top 10, top 5 quarterbacks, and they weren't good. What's the boy name? Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning. But my whole point is this. Sometimes it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Sometimes it's the organization. Sometimes it's the coaches. Sometimes it's just the team. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So it depends. For me, I just want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care if it's a rookie quarterback, a veteran quarterback. I just want to win a Super Bowl, period. You know what I mean? Should have been a rock and roll singer, right? It's funny. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We go on live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to this YouTube channel. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But I will be going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game. I primarily cover the Minnesota Vikings, but everybody is welcome to this channel. And the link I put in the comments is my other channel. I cover basketball. I'm going to be covering hockey, boxing. So if you're interested in that channel, go subscribe to that channel. Listen, you're saying this, but statistically, he has had the 4th highest average time to throw the ball. He's 59th. Let me tell you something. One thing about me, and listen, I'm not a super statistic guy. I go with my eyes. J.J. McCarthy does not have time to really throw the ball. And when he does have time, the plays are just trash, in my opinion. I don't go by the numbers all the time. I go by what my eyes see. And what my eyes see, point blank period, because that's what the same thing they said about Drake May. Oh, look at all the statistics and the analytics, and I watch all this film. Bro, you never really know. I ain't watched that much film of Drake May. I probably watched a good 30 minutes of him, just watching him play, right? Just going video to video and like, okay, I see what people be saying, but I think he can do this and do this better. I go by my eyes, y'all. And statistics tell you some of the story, but statistics don't tell you all the story. You know what I mean? Our offensive line's been terrible this year, bro. I don't know if you're a Viking fan. Our left tackle missed like 3-4 games. Brian O'Neill missed game. That's our right tackle. Our center missed pretty much the whole season. We don't even have our starting center. Also, Donovan Jackson got surgery on his wrist. He missed games. Hold on. The only guy that stayed, the only guy on our offensive line that's been healthy was Will Fries all season, bro. I'm not trying to come at you, Seco, but you sound like you don't really know what's going on with the Vikings. I'm not sure if you're a Viking fan. I'm not sure if you're watching the film, but if you watch the Vikings offensive line, they aren't good. They're not sitting there holding their blocks for a long time. I don't care what the statistics say. I don't believe it. I don't believe all the statistics. It don't tell you the full story. Because our offensive line ain't that, listen, respectfully, and I'm not trying to come at the Vikings, but respectfully, our offensive line hasn't been consistent all year. And if you're a Viking fan, bro, you're giving a lot of love to our offensive line. I'm not saying don't give them love, but it's play calling, bro. More than anything, what's happening with this team. Maybe, and we're going to have to agree to disagree, C. Cole. You got your opinion, I got my opinion. We're going to have to agree to disagree. I do respect your opinion. You're very super, you go by the stats. I understand it. He's holding the ball. And I agree. I agree with what you're saying. He's holding the ball, can't read defense, is killing his team. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Because when the offensive line is blocking good, he has time and the ball is just in his hand still. So I agree. He does hold the ball sometimes too long. We want to know another example? Kirk Cousins, he was doing the same thing. Sam Darnold was doing the same thing. And those are veteran quarterbacks. This is our second-year rookie quarterback or second-year quarterback. We said the same thing about Kirk Cousins. We said the same thing about Sam Darnold. So there's a common denominator. Play, call, lane. That's just my opinion. You already know the vibes. My bull, peace and love. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Best are rookies at one point. Facts. What quarterback you think will be the next big? Man, it's a lot of quarterbacks. I think Drake May. I think Jaden Daniels. I think Caleb Williams. And I'm a Viking fan saying this. I think that whole draft, Bo Nix. I think J.J. McCarthy could potentially be good as well. But if I had to go by like the young quarterbacks right now, I got Drake May as the number one for that 2024 NFL draft. I got Jaden Daniels probably number two. Now, I got Jaden Daniels I don't know, man. That's hard. That's hard to pick. They tied. And I think Bo Nix is like right below them. And then Caleb is like right below Bo Nix. They tied. It's close. It's very close, man. All these quarterbacks in that 2024 NFL draft is pretty much playing really good. So I ain't really trying to put nobody above anybody. To be honest with you, it's still early. But I'll tell you one thing. Out of all the quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round, my quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, is behind. It's behind. Fly, Eagles, fly. Caleb Williams is with the Bears. You're talking about belief in what the numbers say. Numbers don't lie? That's what you're going... Oh, man. I mean, respectfully, if that's how you feel, if you go by numbers, go by the numbers. I go by what my eyes tell me more than numbers. Statistics don't tell you everything. Like, let me give you another example, right? Let's go to basketball real quick. I'm not sure if you're a basketball fan. There's a player called Tobias Harris. He used to play for the Sixers. I'm a Sixer fan. He averaged 18 points a game. Would you think that's good? You probably would, because you would be like, oh, the numbers don't lie. That man wasn't good. He was not good on defense. See, there's two ways. When it comes to basketball, there's two sides of the court. He wasn't good on defense. He wasn't clutch when it counted, and he got paid probably the most out of it on the team. He got paid the most, but wasn't productive offensively. He put up 18 points, but how many shots did he take to make those 18 points? And was those 18 points impactful enough to win you games? They weren't. Numbers don't tell you the full story, because another example, you could be a player on a team, right, and average 20-something points on a bad team. You would think that's good, right? But if you go to a championship caliber team, the numbers are going to drop dramatically because you're on a championship caliber team. You're not shooting the ball 30 times to score 18 points. You're not shooting the ball 30 times or 20 times to score 18 points. I'm just saying stats, numbers, in my opinion, don't tell you the full story. Know what I mean? But if you feel that way, bro, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Numbers don't tell the full story. You ever heard of things that happen in the box score that don't show up? There's things that happen in that box score that don't show up. There's things that happen on that football field that's not recognized in the box score. I'm just saying. But respectfully, we'll have to agree to disagree. Numbers don't tell you the full story. I'm not saying numbers are just lies. Numbers tell you somewhat of the story, not the full story. Just saying. Kirk Cousins put up a lot of numbers, right? He put up, let me look up his stats real quick because we're going to talk about numbers. Let's talk about numbers. Right? Let's put up Kirk Cousins for a second. Kirk Cousins stats. Because you would think he will be a very, very, very good. I'm not saying he's not a solid quarterback, but for your knowledge, with your opinion, you would think he was a good quarterback that was good enough to win a Super Bowl, right? Because you go by numbers. You don't go by what's on the field. You don't go by your eyes. You go by just numbers. So therefore, I'm going to give you the stats. Let me give you the stats real quick. Let me give you the stats since you go by numbers. With the Minnesota Vikings in 2018, he was with the Minnesota Vikings first year. We did nothing in that year. Guess how many yards he threw for? 4,298 yards. No, 4,298 yards, right? Did we win? Did we get to the Super Bowl? Were we productive when it counted the most? No. 2019, 3,600. No. Hold on, I'm trying to look. 2019, 3,603 yards. Had 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Did we get to the NFC Championship game? No. 2020, 4,265 passing yards. Those look real good statistically, right? Stats and everything look great. 4,000 passing yards. Oh my goodness, we should win a Super Bowl. Did we win a playoff? Did we get to the NFC Championship game? Did we get to the Super Bowl? No. But in your eyes, statistics tell you the whole story. It doesn't. It tells you some of the story. Let's go to another year. Another example. 2021, 4,221 passing yards. Oh, man, them stats look real good. It's pretty good. 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Did we get to a Super Bowl or anything? No. Another 4,000-yard season, throwing season. Didn't do anything. Let's go to 2022. 4,547 throwing yards. 18 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. In your opinion, statistics tell you everything. The eyes tell you a lot as well. And I'm not just going by belief. I'm going by the results. The results is what I'm going by. In the years that Kirk Cousins he had 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 passing yards for all these seasons with the Vikings. He won 1 playoff game. We didn't sniff an NFC Championship game. We didn't even get close to a Super Bowl. Stats don't tell you the full story, bro. But if you want to believe that, you can believe that. But stats don't tell you the full story. Just my opinion. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Because what I seen on that football field, because I'm a Viking fan, we wasn't listen, and the thing about it is we had good defenses, still couldn't get it done. We had good running game with Dalvin Cook. You ever heard of Dalvin Cook? Still couldn't get it done. He even had he had some wide receivers, bro. Wide receivers with Zimmer, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen. He had Justin Jefferson. Listen, bro, he had great wide receivers, bro, and still couldn't get it done. Statistically, in your opinion, you would think that's the end-all, be-all, right? He put all these numbers up, and none of it accounts to anything in the playoffs. Just regular season. And some of those years, we didn't even make the playoffs. And when we make the playoffs, we won 1 game. 1 game. In his whole time being with the Vikings in the playoffs. and got booted out after that. I'm just saying, bro. Statistics don't tell you everything. Caleb is a bust. Bo Nix is a top. Jalen is RG3 too. I think, I feel so bad for Jalen. I feel bad for him, man. Shout out to my guy Motown. Don't be hating, Marcus. I seen your comment. Don't be hating on my team, bro. Kayla does the same thing. Yeah, everybody better hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game. It doesn't matter about his completion percentage. What does that matter if you don't win? If you don't win in the playoffs, what does it matter? You guys are some people are so super analytic and go by statistics so much, it's like they don't even pay attention to the game. Are you winning or are you not? Are you winning a Super Bowl or not? Are you getting anything done in the playoffs or not? All these stats don't mean nothing. Oh, what about his completion percentage? What about his... Bro, it don't matter if you don't win. If you don't win, what's it matter? I don't care if you throw for 5,000 yards in a season. I don't care if you throw for 10,000 yards in a season. What's it matter if you don't win? If you don't win. Stats don't tell you the full story. In some of these years with all these great numbers, we didn't even get to the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. Respectfully, bro. I'm sorry to say that, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. Stats don't tell you the full story, bro. Respectfully speaking. You talking about completion percentage. Like that's going to tell you everything. Oh, if his completion is, if he's 20 or 20, that means he's a good player. Bro, that doesn't mean nothing if you ain't winning. If you ain't winning. You even know. Yeah. But like, my whole thing is this, like, statistics don't tell you everything. It tells you some things, but it doesn't tell you everything. There's players, for instance, bro, let me just put this out there, and I hate to bring this up. When they was trying to, hold on, let me talk about this. Hold on. I'll put up another player's statistics, right? Like, for example, right? Because people go by statistics and they like, oh man, that's all you need to know about. That doesn't amount to winning all the time. What about the mindset? Statistics don't tell you if that man has that fierce competitive nature to be great when it counts the most in the clutch moments. That doesn't measure that. That just, oh, he put up good stats, but did he win? No. So look, let's compare the numbers real quick, right? In the years that Jalen Hurts played, right? This man, I'm going to start with 2021, 3,100 passing yards, 3,000, and then the next year, 3,701 yard in 2022, what was it, 2022? 2023, 3,858, and then 2024, 2,903. Let me say this, right? They try to say that Jalen Hurts isn't a good quarterback. Kirk Cousins has more passing yards than Jalen Hurts pretty much every year. Kirk Cousins throws for 4,000 passing yards almost every year with the Vikings. And he ain't do a dang on thing. Jalen Hurts got to 2 Super Bowls and won one. Right? Stats don't tell you everything. Because you could go completion percentage, but we can go by passing. Oh, he threw for this many yards. He threw for over 500 more yards than Jalen Hurts. But who's the one that's winning the Super Bowl? Because guess what? It's not just all about throwing yards. This man also is a dual threat, which Kirk Cousins isn't. And he doesn't have that mindset. He doesn't have that fierce competitive nature like a Jalen Hurts. Because you also got to contend with rushing. Because like in 2021, 784 rushing yards. He's just a rushing machine. Rushing machine. How many rushing touchdowns? He has 60 rushing touchdowns in his career. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that. I'm trying to tell Bulls, stats don't mean everything. People be so super analytic and like They look at stats like this law, and it's the only thing that amounts to winning. Kirk Cousins with the Vikings was throwing for 4,000 throwing yards almost every year, and he wasn't winning us nothing. Respectfully, this guy talking about, well, look at his completion percentage. I don't care if he ain't winning. I don't even care if JJ McCarthy's completion percentage isn't the best. If he's winning, that's all that matters to me. And I keep trying to tell Bull listen, KOC is his play calling. He doesn't match what's on the football field. Sam Darnold is not on that football field. Kirk Cousins is not on that football field. You have JJ McCarthy in his second year, only playing his fourth game of the season, and you got this man dropping back 42 times. And on top of that, you gave up on the run game. Knowing that your offensive line is struggling because there are so many false starts, knowing that your first touchdown of the game was what? A rushing touchdown by Aaron Jones. But why would you get away from it? You want to know why they got away from it? Because KOC, I believe he just thinks I don't know. He just complicates it. He thinks it's rocket science. He thinks that football is rocket science. Sometimes being simple with your plays can get the job done. You know how simple the Ravens offense was yesterday? They wasn't even doing nothing crazy. Like, they was just danking and dumping, running the ball with Derrick Henry, smash mouth football, bring it on. You gonna stop me? Watch, we're gonna run it again. You think you're gonna run? You think you're gonna stop me? I'm gonna run it again. Oh, I'm gonna throw it a short little pass in the middle of the field to Zay Flowers. And he's gonna run and break a tackle and get another 20 yards. It's crazy, man. Like, listen, I'm not trying to come at Bull, but people that be trying to say that stats don't lie. I'm not going to say they lie completely, but they don't tell the full truth. Don't tell the full truth. So you're saying that JJ McCarthy's completion percentage is low and all this. I don't care about none of that. You want to know why? Because he shouldn't even been in that position anyway. This is his fourth game. And I'm not taking all the blame from JJ. He got to be better with his throws. He overthrew Justin Jefferson when he was wide open. I saw the pass. I was like, you got to make that throw. But on top of that, this man was struggling all game with some of his passes. So if he's struggling all game with some of his passes, why do you continue to keep doing the same thing? Why don't you do a short pass or a quick play to get him in rhythm to build his confidence up? Maybe run the ball as well. And I'm tired of all these excuses. Listen, I know the narrative is going to be around JJ McCarthy. Oh, he's a bust, man. I'm not going that far. Does he have to play better? Yes. This is his fourth game. We call him Kirk Cousins. Facts, bro. You said trade Jefferson? I don't know about that. JJ will be a top quarterback. Yeah, thank you, bro. Mo Ty said top quarterback. Yo, Mike, how are you feeling after, man? Purple, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody's in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate, and I truly feel that way. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. And even though me and C-Co were disagreeing with this, I got nothing against Bull. I hope the best for Bull. I just don't agree with what he's saying. Statistics don't tell you the whole story. You have to have full context. Did we establish the run? No. Was our offensive line bad? Yes. He's just going by, oh, well, his completion percentage was terrible. What about everything else that made his completion percentage terrible? Like, you're not thinking about everything. You just like, oh, well, you're so analytical, so you just go by the statistics. You're like, oh, well, if his completion percentage is bad, then he must be bad. No. Did you watch the game? A lot of this stuff, yes, some of it was his fault. But the play calling was terrible. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, he could have been a lot better if the play calling was better. I'm going to stand on that. I'm standing on that, y'all. There's numbers. Well, Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl winning champion, man, and he has experience. You're talking about a quarterback that has 4 games under his resume, C. Cole. Like, what aren't you not understanding? If you don't, this is his second year, but he only played 4 games in his whole career. How is he like? I just don't understand it, bro. I don't care. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. Yes, facts. So is Jetta's also a liability? Yeah, because he didn't seem like he cared. Yo, I would say this: Justin Jefferson. I didn't like his body language after that. I think it was the first interception. I think he should have just batted the ball down, but he's one of the best wide receivers in the game, or the best wide receiver in the game. So you're gonna have a bad game, and I think he got frustrated. His emotions finally showed on the football field. It happens. He's human. He's a human being. Now, am I talking about trading the man? No. Why would I want to trade the best wide? No, I'm not doing that. If I trade any wide receiver that can get us something, I'm trading Jordan Addison. I'm not trading Justin Jefferson. Nope. Yes, yes, I agree with that, C. Cole. But at the same time, he's turning the ball over, and yes, those were bad throws. I agree with you, bro. I'm not even saying that you're wrong, but I'm still going to keep saying what I said earlier in this live. You put him in a bad position. Instead of, for example, when it's 3rd and 1, C. Cole, or fourth and short, right? 4th and 1. I'll say 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1. Know what KOC will call? He will call a play action pass from the 50-yard line and try to throw for a touchdown pass. That's what that man would do. So are you telling me what I just told you? That makes a lot of sense. If you was the coach of JJ McCarthy and it's 3rd and 1 and you trying to make a comeback, what you going to do? Are you going to do a play action pass? Or, I think that was an interception too, by the way. Or you're going to run the ball, move the sticks. That's all it's about. Like I said, if it has to be a 15-play drive, so be it. As long as you get the dang touchdown, as long as you score, that's all that matters. You can't always go for the home run expecting it to work all the time. But yes, I get your point. He did turn the ball over. Yes, I get it. He is a rookie. What did Peyton Manning do? I'm not even going to bring Peyton Manning. I hate doing that. But what I will say, he's a second-year quarterback. He's a young quarterback. He's going to make mistakes. I'll compare him to Drake May. His rookie season, Drake May had more interceptions than touchdowns. But I think just one, though. What about the Packers? I just joined. I don't know what you're talking about. What's going on? Packers, no disrespect. I'm a Vikings fan. You're welcome to the YouTube channel, but I hope y'all lose tonight against the Eagles. Respectfully. It ain't nothing personal. It's all business. I hope y'all lose. I hope y'all go down, respectfully speaking. Respectfully, dude, he literally didn't even try to catch the ball. Yes, he didn't try to catch the ball. He should have batted the ball down. And like I said, what I'm nervous about is KLC losing the locker room. This is what I said before, and everybody was like, why are you hating on KLC so much? This started with the Carson Wentz stuff, y'all. When Carson Wentz was on that field with a dislocated shoulder, a torn labrum, a fractured socket, and had that man wincing in pain on the sideline crying and did not want to play Max Brosmer, I think he lost some people there, bro. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. But what I'm nervous about is Justin Jefferson requesting a trade. Because I don't think we're going to get lucky 2 times in a row and draft another good wide receiver. Like, I'm just being honest with you. We got lucky with the Stephon Diggs and getting Justin Jefferson. I'm just hoping that he don't request a trade. But luckily, Justin Jefferson, that was the worst thing we've seen since he's been in a Minnesota Viking uniform. So hopefully he bounces back. The sadder part is have so much talent on the team, and the reason aren't winning is KLC. Yes, complicating things. Simple. That's the bottom line to it, bro. If it's 3rd and 1, let's run the dang on ball. Talk that talk, Smeagol. I'm trying, bro. Sorry about it's all good, Zach. We'll get you back. Good win, though. The Ravens that was a good win by the Ravens. I still feel like it could have been a closer game. Not saying that we would have won, but I just feel like our play calling is trash. And when you have offensive coordinator, offensive-minded head coach that's the offensive coordinator as well because he's calling the plays. You got our second-year quarterback playing his fourth game of his career, dropping back 42 times, and then you expect, like, bro, he is a freaking rookie. He's like a rookie pretty much, bro. And you got this man dropping back 42 times. I can understand if he was hitting on his passes and he was accurate and all that. He was struggling. So why would you continue to keep on throwing the ball? Struggling when the run game was working. KOC is turning into Zimmer, but the opposite. He's passing too much, and Zimmer ran the ball too much. So it's the opposite. I feel you. Preferably one of the dozens. Y'all got coach and competent. But Zimmer has playoff wins. That's a fact. I do like that. I do agree with that. Yeah, I like Zimmer though, but yeah, I get it. And I think that the Vikings are going to stick. And even if, look, I'm not saying KLC should be fired, but what I am saying is I'm concerned because you're messing up our franchise quarterback, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't care. Our franchise quarterback is JJ McCarthy. Potentially could be a very good quarterback. And you're putting him in bad situations. You're not putting him in good situations to be successful on that football field. That's just my opinion. Everybody that's in the building, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Everybody is welcome to this YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep saying that. Everybody is welcome, whether you're a Viking fan or not. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Just because I give you my opinion doesn't mean it's right. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you my opinion. Like, I just feel like KOC's not doing a good job. I'm just being honest with you. Anytime you have an offensive-minded head coach and our offense looks this bad and your defense looks better than your offense every game almost, pretty much. The only time the offense looked better than our defense was the year when we had Donashell defense. That was it. Ever since we had Brian Flores, bro, our defense looks consistently better than our offense. And I have confidence in KOC when it comes to certain things. But right now, I'm starting to lose like patience with him. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because we as Viking fans need to hold him accountable. And we're trying to win a Super Bowl. We're not just going for regular season wins. Everybody, oh, well, he has a lot of wins in the regular season. That means we should keep him for life. But when you talk about the Eagles, let's talk about the Eagles real quick. I brought it up earlier. I'm going to say it again. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. And guess what? When the GM and Doug Peterson wasn't on the same page, guess what happened? He got fired. And he won a Super Bowl. KOC hasn't won a playoff game, and we got Viking fans saying, well, we got a good regular season record. What does it amount to if you ain't winning no dang on playoff games? And I'm not trying to come at the man all like that, but I'm being real. Because we as Viking fans deserve a Super Bowl, do we not? Or are we just trying to get regular season awards? Are we going for regular season awards, or are we going for a dang on Super Bowl? Can I talk that talk? What are we doing? All right, Purple, be easy, bro. God bless to you, my guy. Bro, what do you think about this? KLC thinks he's the smartest man in the room and way too stubborn to change. Facts. Shout out to Ron's opinion, don't matter. I didn't understand KLC. JJ McCarthy dropped back 42 times, Zay. 42 times. And Zay, I know you're a Ravens fan, right? Did you know that our running back, Aaron Jones, was averaging 5.2 a carry? And he had a rushing touchdown? And we got away from the run? Did you know that? My whole thing is this. Why would you stop doing things that work? Why would you stop doing things that work? Doesn't make sense. Spielman over Kwesi. Hey, Sharon, right now, I agree, but I'll say I don't want neither one. I want somebody fresh. If Kwesi can't draft better in this upcoming draft, hey, listen, bro, he got to go. Respectfully speaking, I ain't trying to come at Bull. I ain't trying to be negative. It is what it is. I want to win a Super Bowl. Listen, this ain't nothing personal. What I say is nothing personal. It's business. I want to win a Super Bowl. And every Viking fan wants the same thing I want. We all want a Super Bowl. And if the GMs can't get it right, or the head coach can't get it right, or the defensive coordinator can't get it right, they can skedaddle. It is what it is. And then my whole thing is our head coach needs to be held accountable, because what the narrative is, some Viking fans are saying, well, it's all on the offensive line coach. No. Who hired him? Who's the head coach? Who's the head coach? You hired him. You wanted him to be your offensive line coach. And play calling, like I said, has something to do with why the offensive line doesn't look the best. I'm going to say it again. In my opinion, run blocking is way different than pass blocking. Pass blocking, you're going backwards most of the time. Run blocking, you're going forward, and you're able to, you know what I mean, put a little bit more emphasis on getting somebody on the ground. You feel me? When it comes to pass blocking, you got to be extra careful because you don't want your quarterback to get hit or get sacked. So, run the ball. Let our offensive line destroy the defensive line. And maybe that will give them the confidence to be better when it comes to the pass blocking. I'm just saying. I don't know everything about football. I don't even know if that makes sense to anybody, what I just said. Because I don't even know if it makes sense. Did it make sense, y'all? Am I making sense? I don't even know if I'm making sense when it comes to that. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, run blocking is way different than pass blocking. And you get the, you know what I mean? You might be able to get them in rhythm. It's kind of like a quarterback when it comes to the short passes, the short, quick game. You get them in rhythm by quick passes. And then you can go deep with a pass, 20-yard pass down the field. But if you're going, oh, I'm going for a touchdown all from the 50-yard line, it's like, my goodness, bro. I don't know. Zimmer thought only running was going to win games, and KOC thinks only, yes. That I agree with that. Why KOC have him throw? Hey, Jim, the rat tail, bro. You will be able to answer that question more than me, bro. I don't know. I have no clue. I would be lying to you if I said I knew, because I don't know at all. I don't know at all, because it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm disappointed in what KOC did for us against the Ravens. I'm disappointed because I feel like we had a good chance to beat in the Ravens, and we literally went away from the things that worked. And I don't listen, respectfully to all the Viking fans, if you try to tell me that it's not on KOC and it is all on JJ McCarthy in the offensive line, respectfully, I disagree. Because I always said, and I've been consistent, play calling helps the offensive line. Play calling helps your quarterback. I disagree. I respectfully disagree with anybody that's saying that. Because this man needs to have some accountability. He has to. I don't care. He needs to. KOC needs to step away from play calling. He's hurting the team. Facts. 100% facts. Right, though, Zay, we got away from the run game. I don't know why did we get away from the run game? Why? My Sports. What's good, G? What's good, bro? Brian, let's keep offensive coordinator, huh? Yeah, man. Listen, tip-top health. I'm just a frustrated Viking fan right now, man. I'm just a frustrated Viking fan right now. I disagree with people who think Flores is a problem. He isn't. If he had Ed, he wouldn't have 4 wins, maybe max 2. Yep. Hey, listen, Prize, you're on point. It wasn't the defense why we lost this game, bro. It was literally the offense. And if people say that the defense lost the game, they're capping, bro. They're capping big time. Respectfully, bro. They're capping. Flores is a great coach just if we didn't have KOC. Wow, Prize, you want to switch? You want to put Brian Flores as the head coach? I don't know right now, man. I don't know, man. I like Brian Flores. I don't know, bro. I don't know yet because I just feel like I'm not trying to say KOC should be fired yet. Are you on the mindset of fire KOC? Do you want to fire KOC? I'm not sure where you're going with that because it sounds like you kind of want to get rid of it. And I'm not saying you wrong because, listen, how many more years we going to go with this, man? About these regular season, oh, we won a lot of games in a regular season, but we not winning in the playoffs. How many more times we going to do that? How many times, what are we going for, a Super Bowl or just regular season awards? 8 false starts at home. Smeagol, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Chris Farrell's in the building. Yeah, horrible. 8 false starts at home. Terrible. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Hawk smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Skull to the bowl. I primarily cover the Minnesota Vikings on this channel, but like I said, we go live for every game with the scoreboard and everything, and everybody is welcome to this YouTube family. And yeah. I primarily just cover the Minnesota Vikings on this channel. But I don't mind answering anybody's questions if you have a question about your team. I got all types of fans on this channel. I got Steelers fans, Lions, Packers, Bears. I got all different types of fans on this channel. I'm actually really surprised people are even. I'm not saying I don't want to say like I'm underestimating myself, but I am surprised that people are really like people from other teams that's rocking with me like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm loving it though. I love it. I know you yeah, Zay, we went away from it, bro. What does this offense do well? I already know where this comment's going. What's up, Rob? I can't point at one. We can't even the thing that he likes to do the most, we can't even do that really good. That's the bad thing about it. And the thing he don't like to do, we do good at. What does it make sense or does it not make? What the heck is going on? By the way, I watched the highlights on the Vikings game and JJ running for his life the whole time. Offensive line is a problem, but I really feel like the play calling is the biggest problem for us. My boy said, "Go Birds." I'm going for the Eagles today. Hey, I'm an Eagles supporter, not an Eagle fan. I'm Philly everything besides football. I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm an Eagle supporter for this game because I want the Packers to lose. And it's nothing personal, Packer fans. It's nothing personal. It's all business. Because when we play y'all, we going to beat the brakes off of y'all, respectfully speaking. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I got another YouTube channel as well. If you are interested in basketball or hockey or baseball or boxing, primarily, I cover the Sixers. I'm Philly everything besides football, but this is my other YouTube channel. It is called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. I cover the Sixers. Go check out this channel. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested. Salute to everybody that's in the building. All right, so we got Kyle and everyone didn't draft him. Yes, that's a fact. Yes, Prides, man, our drafting, man. I'm nervous for this next draft. I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. For this next draft, I'm gonna be hyped. But I'm going to be very nervous because I just want us to win a Super Bowl so bad. I'm like really hard. Like I'm to the point because you know why I feel the way I feel? It's not even that I'm super impatient. It's really because I know Viking fans that witnessed 3 Super Bowls and never witnessed a Super Bowl win. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair, bro. Me, I only witnessed 2 NFC championship games in 2009 and 2017. That was the furthest we got. I feel bad. We deserve better. Especially the ones that have been Viking fans for 30 plus years, 40 plus years. Like I don't care if you're a Viking fan and you feel like you don't deserve better, respectfully, bro, you're tripping. You're tripping. You deserve a Super Bowl. The second half of preseason wasn't doing other than the Cincinnati game, KOC has been coached. Yeah, he's been out coached. Facts, bro. He's been out coached by pretty much every good coach. Pretty much every good coach he's been out coached, bro. Pretty much. And I'm just being honest. He's been out coached by every good coach. And against the Bengals, don't forget the defense scored 14 points, y'all. The defense scored 14 points. that pick six by Isaiah Rodgers, and also that the fumble recover, right? The fumble recover from Isaiah Rodgers and return it to the house. So, my bad, yo, my eye was itching. All right, let's go. I think about this year we beat the Ravens. We got to the NFC Championship game that same year. We lose to the Ravens. We fire our coach. Same. Yo, if he loses hey, bro, Prize, if he loses the locker room, bro, he could get fired. But it depends on how the rest of the season goes. I don't think he's going to get fired, honestly. But if he loses the locker room, he will get fired. Especially if Justin Jefferson speaks out and other people like if JJ speaks out, bro, it's over, bro. I'm just be honest with you. JJ McCarthy better look better in this next game. If anyone says JJ is a bust, you are ridiculous. KOC needs to be better. Play facts, Viking follower. Facts. Yo, bro. Somebody don't understand. I hate repeating myself, but I have to defend my guy, JJ McCarthy, because it's so obvious, and people, Viking follower, prods, everybody that's in the building, it's like they don't see that. It's like it's right there in front of you, but you don't see that. You say, oh, well, JJ McCarthy threw it 42 times. His completion rating is this. Did you see what happened during the game? First and foremost, our offensive line was false start after false start after false start after false start. Third down and long, third down and long, third down and long. Terrible play calling. When it's 3rd and 1, he's going for a touchdown pass from the 50-yard line. And multiple things happen. Just terrible play calling, bro. The whole game. Not just one part of the game, the whole game, bro. Facts, bro. Run the ball and make easy. Thanks. About time somebody. Yeah, we all agreeing, bro. We all on the same page. Not all of us, but most of us. How about my Ravens beating y'all? Y'all beat us. I got a lot of respect for the Ravens. Y'all know the vibes. But I'm gonna say this right now, respectfully. I'm not taking no credit from y'all. We got away from what worked. If we would have kept doing what worked, I'm not saying we would have won, but it would have been a closer game. It would have been a closer game. We got away from the run. How about I just ridiculous that every third and short we facts, bro. 30 yards in the field. Facts. I'm starting to think so. I don't think KLC is going to get fired though, y'all. I don't think it's happening unless he loses the locker room. Now, did he lose the locker room is the question. Now, if he loses the locker room, then he's getting fired. But who do we play next, y'all? I'm nervous to watch. I'm nervous to even see. I'm nervous to see who we play. Ooh, we have 2 division games back to back, y'all. We got the Bears on Sunday. And then we got on the 16th. And then we have the Packers on the 23rd. So we got back. So if we win those 2 games, we're back in it, just to let y'all know. So that's why it's kind of like we could end up winning, and we're at home against the Bears. Mind you, we beat the Bears in Chicago week 1. So I still got some hope. The season isn't over, y'all. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I just feel like KLC needs to be better. And that's just ain't nothing wrong with saying that. He needs to take accountability and be better as a head coach, or we're not going to win a dang on thing. Facts. Got to be better with the play calling. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is a YouTube family. Sports, in my opinion, are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and that's just my honest opinion. So whether or not you're a Viking fan, you're welcome to the YouTube channel. That's my whole thing about this channel. I want to try to bring everybody together. It's bigger than sports for me. It's just vibing. And a little bit about myself. I'm an introvert. I stay to myself. I don't really talk to nobody besides my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I talk to my wife, of course, my family. But I stay to myself. I don't hang out with nobody. So, I love talking to y'all because I talk to y'all more than anybody. pretty much, besides my family and Jesus Christ. So I love talking to y'all, but I'm an introvert. You probably can't tell, but I'm an introvert. I'm like a little bit about me. Shouldn't probably even say this, but when I'm around a lot of people, I don't really like it. I don't like being around a lot of people at all. It's like, I don't know. That's the reason why I don't go live with a lot of people. And I don't go live. It's not that I don't want to go live with people and do videos with people, but if I go live with someone, I want it to be a one-on-one thing, not just 3-4 people and everybody talking over each other. Because if I want to get something off, I want to get something off. I don't want people talking over and it just gets too much yapping, everybody yapping, and you can't understand what's going on. So I like things to be a little bit more personal, one-on-one, and we just talk about our favorite team. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And again, this is one YouTube family. It's okay to disagree with someone in the comments. Just don't call them out their name. Keep it PG. Keep it family. Just keep it. We a family. You know what I mean? You know how family don't get along all the time. You know what I mean? But we one family at the end of the day. Whether you a Viking fan or not, I don't care if you're from a whole nother galaxy. I don't care if you're from a whole nother continent or country. You're welcome to this YouTube family. If you're respectful and you cool. I only want good vibes. If you don't got good vibes, hasta luego, hasta la vista, get the step and we don't need you. Straight up. Straight like that. Your defense held them more under. Facts, bro. We did good against one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and we let it go because our offense wouldn't run the ball. Our offensive head coach is just, I don't know. How do you McCarthy do? Yeah. 4th start ever. Yes. Prods. I've been saying that this whole live stream. It's a dang on shame. It's a dang on shame, bro. He thinks he's Sam Darnold. He thinks he's Kirk Cousins. He's not a coach that adapts to the talent. He wants the talent to adapt to him. Does that make sense, y'all? He's not a coach. Did I say that right? He's not a coach that adapts to the talent. He wants the talent to adapt to his play calling, which makes no sense, bro. And it's supposed to be the other way around. And I don't see why, Prods. I don't understand it. It frustrates me as a Viking fan. And I'm watching it and I'm just like, bro, what are you not seeing on the football field? Run the freaking ball. Especially when you, like I said, at halftime, right? Hold on. At halftime, right? We got the ball. The first play was a 17-yard rush by who? Aaron Jones. The second play was another rush. It was 2 rushing plays in a row, right? It was a 5-yard rush. So, if my math is correct, 17 plus 5, hold on. Is my math correct? That's 22 yards, right? So 22 yards. And for 2 plays at a halftime, running the ball, you somehow, some way say, I'm going to do a play action pass and throw an interception. A play action pass for no reason. It's like, why stop something that's working? Like I said, last year when we went against the Eagles, right? The Eagles were struggling passing the ball, right? The champions, the defending champions last year. The Eagles, they're the champions now. They're defending champions this year, but they wasn't champions last year. But you get what I'm saying. They were struggling to throw the ball against the Vikings. And what did they do? There was a time in the game that they rushed the ball like 10 times, 8 times in a row, bro. And we couldn't stop them. That's a sign of a good coach. That's a sign of a Super Bowl winning coach. And guess what? The Eagles won the Super Bowl because you don't get away from something that works. It's so obvious. But I say this to my wife, I say this to my family, I say this to the people, like even my cousins and all that. I say, yo, y'all can't even assume that common sense is common sense. You can't assume that because common sense ain't common sense because it might be common to you or common to the people that you associate with, but the people that you don't know, they might not think it's common sense. So you can't even just assume that it's common sense. It's common sense if the run game is working right after halftime. 22 rushing yards, 2 plays, 2 rushing yards, 22 yards. Why would you do a pass? What's wrong? And this is why I said KOC is allergic to running the ball. He gets hives. He starts sweating. His palms start getting sweaty. He's like, man, I don't know. I can't call a run play. I can't call a run play. I'm not doing it. It sucks, bro. It really does. This whole thing is messed up. Mike, we should kick his facts. We chance we get a kid's whole purple gang. Facts. It's a shut up. He said, hi, bro. What's good with you, bro? He said, it's almost like KLC knows he's getting fired the way he's coaching. Bro, I think he don't even think I think his ego is so big, bro, because he thinks he thinks that he can call like the most. I'm trying to be careful with my words, y'all. He's the type of dude that it could be an obvious answer, but he'll just overthink it every time. Like, for instance, right? If someone asked him, what color is the sky? Most people will say blue. But he will go into some type of mindset, well, technically, the sky has these type of rays coming from the sun that makes the sky this way. Technically, over here, it's not blue, it's orange. He will come up with something whole different. It'll be just different, y'all. It'll be different. He'll make it complicated instead of just saying the sky's blue. If the run game's working, I'm going to go away from the run game. It don't make sense. I'm kind of behind in the chat. That's probably why you're asking that. Break Forever, what's good, bro? Everybody in the building, shout out to you. He said, who are you? I'm Mike Sports Vibes, and I approve this message. All right, so he said Vikings passed on. Oh man, that Malachi Starks. Oh my gosh, I like Starks, but we needed to get a guard. I think we needed a guard, but we do need a safety as well. But like, I think the guard was probably more important because of we need our offensive line. Donovan Jackson is a dog. I like Donovan Jackson. But I love Starks. That would have been a good pickup. The mistake we made, Zay Lopez, is in the third round, we drafted Ty Felton. We drafted Ty Felton instead of drafting Andrew Makuba, the safety that's with the Eagles. I'm not sure what his production is with the Eagles, but I wanted Andrew Makuba from Texas. But no, I didn't watch all the film in the world, but I watched some film and I liked him. I liked him in the draft. I did a lot of mock drafts, and he was one of my guys that I loved. Watched some film. I said, okay, and that was a good pick. We could have got him right there, third round. We didn't get him. The Jets dominate next year draft picks coming. Yeah, the Jets got a lot of picks. Some head coaches should, but just because you have a lot of picks don't mean they're gonna all work out, bro. It's all about developing, and getting lucky at the same time. I don't say lucky, but developing. He honestly should have been fired for what he did with bro. And that's why I'm kind of feeling like some Viking fans will be like, well, Carson Wentz should have told him to get out the game. Who's the head coach? And this is what I be trying to tell people. They try to take all the accountability away from KOC. KOC can do nothing wrong, can do no wrong to some Viking fans or some people around the league. Oh, KOC is such a great coach. He's not a great coach. He's a solid coach. A great coach wins Super Bowl. A good coach wins playoff games. And a solid coach wins games in the regular season and gets to the playoffs sometimes. That's a solid coach. I'm not giving him the great coach or the good coach until you win playoff games. It is what it is. That's just how I feel. But yeah, what he did to win was yes, exactly, bro. We are 4 of 19 when passing on third. Wow. In short, wow. It ain't working. Run the Rob. You talking my language, brother. 4 of 19 when passing on third and fourth down. And he continues to keep on doing it. Why? Just why? Make it make sense. Don't make sense. Everybody's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us, and I truly feel that way. And like I said, this is one YouTube family. Just keep it PG in the comments. And I want to say, like, real talk though, like the Minnesota Vikings, the season isn't over, Viking fans. I don't think it is. But we going to hold our coach accountable for the loss, for this loss. It is what it is. I think we can beat the Bears. We're not going to talk about the Bears yet. We got the Bears next, then we got the Packers after that. We got the Bears next, and it's a home game. Now, if we lose to the Bears, we got an issue. We got a big issue. We got a big problem, Viking fans. If we lose to the Bears, we got a problem. KLC is, oh, thank you, bro, Rob. Yeah, Rob, man, thank you, man. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everybody that supported me on this channel. KLC isn't going to change, and I'd stand on it. Hey, Prods, you might be 100% correct. I'm hoping I'm going to be the optimistic person, and I'm going to hope that he changes the game plan against the Bears, and he runs the freaking ball. That's for real. Run the ball. Help out our young quarterback. I'm tired of everybody talking about J.J. McCarthy like he's this bad quarterback when the guy isn't even getting a fair chance because the man's throwing the ball like 42 times. And if he isn't as accurate and he has to work on some of his footwork, you got to make it easy for him. And you can work on that in practice. Right now, we're trying to win this game. Make the short plays, short passes, and run the dang on ball. Like, why are we making this complicated? That's my issue. Oh, well, he has to work on footwork. Now, all this stuff is coming out. Well, he has to work on his footwork. His footwork, he's throwing off the run. Okay, so be it. If he is, he is. Whatever. Okay. Still, the game was a winnable game, and KLC gave the game away, in my opinion. It is what it is. That's just how I feel. KLC needs to be held accountable. Every Viking fan should hold him accountable. And he needs it. And this is what it has to be. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. We're not trying to just get to the playoffs. We're not just trying to win regular season games. Yeah, he runs less than 50. Facts. But the problem, bro, Prods. Let me say this real quick, bro. Hold on, Prods. I gotta say this stats real quick, bro. Because I want you to understand where I'm coming from, right? Because you understand where I'm coming from. Let me say this real quick. 47 rushing yards with Aaron Jones, senior, right? 9 carries, 5.2 per carry. 1 rushing touchdown. His longest run of the game was 17 yards. The first touchdown of the game was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Why didn't Aaron Jones rush it for at least 20 times? Why didn't Aaron Jones maybe rush it for 25 times? Or mix it up and give it to Jordan Mason? Guess what? Let's talk about Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, 4 carries for 25 yards. 4 carries? That's it? 6.3 per carry. So if my math is correct, and not saying this is going to be the average per carry every single time, right? But say, hypothetically speaking, it was. So 5.2 a carry is a first down every 2 times he runs that dang on ball. 6.7, 6.3 a carry for Jordan Mason. If my math is correct, every time he rushes the ball 2 times, that's a first down. Or it's going to be short yardage. You know what I mean? It's going to be 3rd and short. But the only problem with the 3rd and short is you're going to have J.J. McCarthy drop back and throw it 30 yards down the field. I'm sorry I sound like this, y'all, but as a Viking fan, I'm freaking frustrated because this game was wasted. Like, our defensive performance against one of the best quarterbacks in the game was wasted because our offense couldn't do a dang on thing. Because of play calling. I'm blaming the play calling. I'm blaming the play calling more than the offensive line penalties. I'm blaming the play calling over everything. Even more than J.J. McCarthy throwing those interceptions. Even though he got to be better. He got to be better. I'm not saying he don't got to be better. He has to be better. But at the same time, he shouldn't. He shouldn't even be in those positions to throw an interception when you could just run this freaking ball. No, let me move on. We don't have the greatest O-line to run behind, but you. No, prods. Our O-line was making holes on that Ravens defense, bro. Our O-line, maybe pass blocking was struggling. But run blocking, bro, they was making holes for Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. They just didn't rush the ball. And I get your point. Even if the O-line isn't blocking the best, even with the run blocking, you still got to attempt to do it to keep the defense honest, the edge rushers honest and all that. But they were successful at running the ball. They just stopped doing it. They literally stopped doing it. Breaking news, Mikey, the Giants fired Brian. Is that really a true? Someone did say that in the comments earlier. Is that a true statement, y'all? Hold on now. Hold on. Is that true? Hey, listen. But guess what? The Vikings won't do that to KLC. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, respectfully. Ain't nothing personal, KLC. You got to step your game up, respectfully speaking. That's crazy, though. Shout out to my guy, Big Task. Dang, they did. Yup, they did, bro. I just looked it up. They did. Yeah, monsters of the midway roll into the land. 10,000 lakes. Let's go, Daniel Smith. Or is he coaching a bad team? Who knows? Yeah, probably both. A little bit of Bell. Felton isn't even playing. That's... You get where I'm going with this, y'all? Like, and I'm going to talk about crazy on another live stream. I can't get into it, but I'm going to just say this one thing. You drafted Ty Felton, and you still traded for Adam Thielen. You needed a safety because you didn't know what you had in Phil Jackson, respectfully. Harrison Smith, one of my favorite players of all time, but he's not the same. He's all right. He ain't the same. I'm being honest here. I love Harrison Smith, but he's not the same. You could have drafted Andrew Makuba out of Texas. Let me look up his numbers. Let me look up his numbers for people in the building. Everybody in the building, make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. You're welcome to this YouTube channel, whether you're a Viking fan or not. And again, we go live for every single game. And I need some people to join the live stream with me. At halftime, I go live. I need somebody to join the live stream with me. Somebody. Because not trying to put no pressure on nobody. You don't have to. But I want to talk to one of y'all. I want to talk to some of y'all and get y'all opinion on what the heck the Vikings are doing. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I need help explaining what the heck is happening with the play call. I need some help at this point. Andrew Makuba. Let's shoot. All right, safety. I'm going to look up his PFF grade. I don't usually go by PFF, but I'm going to go by it. All right, y'all. Looking it up right now. All right, so Andrew Makuba, 6 foot, 190 pounds, 22 years old. He has 2 interceptions this year, which is 5th out of 89 safeties. That's pretty darn good for a third-round pick. His overall grade, and I know he's not getting full minutes with the Eagles, is 52.6. That's not the best, but he's a rookie. He's young, but he catches that ball. Interception, ranked number 5 out of all the safeties when it comes to getting interceptions. And he's only 22 years old. And he's 76 when it comes to overall grade, 76 out of 89 safeties. He's been in the game a lot as well. 474 snap count, 40th at 151 safety. So I take back what I just said. But yeah, I would have liked to get him, man. I think Brian Flores would have loved him. Honestly, Brian Flores would have loved this dude. For real. To be honest, he wasn't a good coach in a long time. Wow. I like Andrew from Texas. Yes, bro. But I can't believe it. The last place Minnesota Vikings. Oh, stop it. Yeah, but he's also. But we're going to be in first place soon. I don't know about. Hey, let me start capping because I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. But we're going to beat the brakes off the Bears next. Yeah, but he also coaching very terrible Johnson team, making excuses. Yeah. The Bears. JJ, yikes. Uh-oh. He just lied and closed. Yeah. JJ McCarthy did make some bad passes, but I still got confidence in him. Let's go, Ravens. The Raven fans are in here. They wasn't. Listen, man. Y'all won. We're gonna get y'all back. We're gonna get y'all back. I ain't taking nothing away from y'all. Yeah, we gonna get you back though, for real. JJ, he does take some blame, but it's more play calling for me. We can still win a division. Facts. There is hope. Facts. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, but it's hard. KLC needs to stop living. Yeah, true. He's like, I'm on the field. Really is JJ McCarthy. Yeah, following the NBA right now. Oh, everybody that's into the NBA, subscribe to this channel. This is my other YouTube channel. It's Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. I'm a big-time Sixer fan. I'm also going to be covering hockey, baseball, and boxing. And what else did I say? But primarily, I'm going to be covering basketball. I do play-by-play. So if you're interested in basketball, subscribe to this channel. So I'm going to put the link here. I got two YouTube channels. Y'all. Okay, Smeagol. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. I love KLC. Hey, Sway. KLC got to step his game up. I like him. I don't love him. I like him. He got to step his game up with the play calling. I ain't said it happened at end, but it was just a news. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Andrew is young and he will get better. Yes, facts. Watch. Oh, Dylan, what's good, brother? He said, watch the game on the road yesterday with us a horrible amount. And they throwing the ball to the dank. Yes, 42 times. And a two-time MVP quarterback threw the ball 20-something times. Lamar Jackson. So how is a player that only played 4 games in his career throw it 42 times, but a two-time Super Bowl champion throws it like 20-something times? That goes to show you something ain't right. Goes to show you. What's up, Antonio? Yeah, Antonio. All right, y'all Ravens beat us fair and square, but guess what? We're going to beat the brakes off y'all next time we play, y'all, respectfully speaking. We're going to beat the brakes off of y'all next time we see y'all. The next thing I see better be KLC. I don't do soccer. But my son plays soccer. My son's favorite player is Ronaldo. I don't do soccer. But I am going to be doing hockey, a little bit of boxing, baseball, and basketball. But primarily on that channel, I will be doing basketball, but I will be doing some hockey as well and stuff. Is there a way we can fire KLC? Yo, I would love Bill Belichick, bro. How old is Bill Belichick? Hold on, let me look that up. He might be a little bit too old. I don't know. Is he even trying to coach? I didn't even think about Bill Belichick. I don't even care, bro. Shoot, we can get him. Hey, for real. How old is he? Oh, he up there. He's 73 years old, bro. Nah, that ain't happening, bro. Respectfully, bro. He said there's no black man in the history of humankind. You never know. You know, sometimes the history is never told. The full history isn't never told. You never know, bro. I might be the first one. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I might have made history just now. Come on, KOC. Why are you? Yeah, Dylan, you can't. It is what it is. This is just what he does. He makes it more complicated than what it should be. He just does it, Dylan. I don't know what to say, bro. Is there any college coaches who would love to come to play? I gotta do some research. You know who I'm thinking though? I gotta do some research. Let me do some research. Ravens versus Vikings will be in 4 years unless it's I was thinking Deion Sanders, but I don't know. I don't know about Deion. But I love his mindset. He holds everybody accountable, man. I love how he got his coaching staff looking the way it looks. What he got? Hold on. I got to do some research real quick on something before I got to look at all the college coaches, but I'm gonna say, hold on. Yeah, I gotta do some research. Bill's head coach, yeah, not to that. Yeah, no to that. So, I don't speak. No, I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish, bro. But I appreciate you in the chat. Since he won Coach of the Year, which he probably shouldn't have. He thinks he's. Yeah, people don't understand how Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Yeah, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, man. Like, yeah, he's definitely. McGill, I'm gonna say Mig. I don't speak Spanish, but salute to you. I see Hug Brother. Salute to you, bro. I'm sorry, I do not know what you're saying. I see Argentino. I don't know, bro. Sorry, bro. I can't understand what you're saying, but salute to you, bro. If my Ravens fire John, I want Clint. Yes. Oh my gosh, bro. Give me John. Give me John. I'll take John right now. Argentinian. Okay. Oh, my bad. He's Argentinian. Okay. Argentinian. Okay. Yeah. Let me say this though. He said, I'm Argentina. Hello. Oh, that's what he said. Okay. Shout out to Argentina. He said hug brother. He said hug brother too at the end. We'll take him. Yo, Prowse, we'll take him right now, bro. We'll take him right now. We can trade coaches right now. I'll do it right now. Give me John. You can have Kev. You said yes, take him. Oh, we'll take him right now. Let's make it happen. I'll take him right now. Shit. Give me a Super Bowl winning coach. I'll take that. Zay, I like him. I like Zay too. But all right, y'all, I got to get off this live stream. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, I want to say again, make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're feeling the vibes, we're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And yeah, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shouts to everybody that's in the building. Zay, Prods, my boy Smeagol. I like Smeagol, your name. I think of Lord of the Rings all the time. One of my favorite movie series of all time is Lord of the Rings. I absolutely love it. Then they come in with The Hobbit, and then they got like this this TV series that I was watching. But yeah. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Dylan, everybody's in the building. Shout out to y'all. God bless. Until next time, peace out. Be safe. Strive for greatness. Never quit. Never give up on your goals. You never fail at something unless you quit. Keep striving for greatness. Keep your head up no matter what you're going through. God will always be with you. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much. And I'm out.